My cat.
What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to yet again, that quick, another artist interview. We're getting these things lined up, folks, back to back to back. That's kind of the idea. And I am so grateful for all of the artists that have reached out to Little O Wiggles, Mr. Nobody, to come hang out. And I've reached out to a few of them myself. So it's a give and take, but the generosity has been abundant, and I'm very humbled by it. And I appreciate everybody that has reached out and said, "Hey, you should do interview this person or that person or whatever the case is." A few shout outs in the chat. I have my moderator, Teasy. If y'all don't know, whoop whoop Teasy. We got here we go with the Yving Demon. I don't know what YVNG means.
Oh
So,
no,
but
that's my little hell spawn. That's my kid, Young Demon. He makes music too.
oh,
Yeah,
okay, it's running in the family. We got
yeah.
Joseph Wilkins. Whoop whoop.
Yo, whoop whoop. That's the homie right there too. Yeah,
Okay, that's what's up.
he comes to shows and
So
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, he told me it's kind of like a Rasputin, but Rasputin. I'm
Yeah,
probably
that's
gonna
it.
fumble when I try to say his name, folks. But
It's
you
okay. That was
know.
perfect, man. That was perfect.
Right, right. We got Nicole Tucker in here. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop.
What's going on?
Oh, that's the sis.
Oh man, family showing
I'm telling
up.
you, man.
All
Like
right.
I was sharing it around on my socials and stuff, and my family always represents, man. My sister actually, we got into juggaloing at the same time, pretty much, man. About 95.
I appreciate that. Honestly, that ties into one of the questions I'm gonna ask you later, so that's kind of
All right,
perfect.
cool.
Without further ado, let's jump into this bad boy. People are gonna come, obviously, and usually they get quite a few views afterwards. So far, I haven't had a streamer that hasn't at least got over 100 views. Well, there might be a couple just right around 80, but that's the goal. Over time, people visit you.
Yes, sir.
It's for the fans. So
Yeah,
that's my whole
we all
idea
grow
there.
together, man. We all grow together.
All right. All right, man. So we're just gonna get started. The first question, and we're gonna let him say it for us officially. What is your name? Where was you born and raised? And where do you currently live now?
All right. My name is Raxputin. I was born in Miami, Florida. I was raised a little bit of everywhere. I spent the first part of my childhood in Florida, in Miami, and then I moved to Alabama, of all places, as from when I was about 8 years old. Super small town, Alabama, called Boaz. It's northeast Alabama, about 45 minutes south of Huntsville, about an hour and a half, something like that, south of like Tennessee, and like
Right.
just 3 hours exactly west of Atlanta. And that's where you have to go if you want to go to any kind of shows, especially in the '90s when I lived there, bro. You had to go to
Yeah.
Atlanta. There was no shows of any kind really, and it was crazy. But now I currently live in Fort Myers, Florida. Oh, in between all that, I lived in Alaska and a couple other places too. But I
You
currently live
lived
in
in
Fort Myers.
Alaska?
A very short
Jesus.
time, for like 6 months. My sister Nicole Tucker, that's in the chat, she lives there now. But it was 2006 whenever I lived there.
Yeah.
It
I
was
couldn't
cool.
imagine.
It was cool as
It'd be
hell, but
pretty but cold.
very cold, dude. I was there during the summer, like March till September. It never got over 55 degrees while I was there, but it was very beautiful. Probably the most beautiful place I've ever seen, besides South Lake
Crazy.
Tahoe, like the Nevada, California, like where they both kind of meet. South Lake Tahoe. If you've never been there, it's a really cool place. Oh,
Sorry, I'm about to murder my dog.
no worries. My cat was knocking stuff over when we were still backstage talking. You know what I mean?
Right. All
Animals
right,
all around.
cool. So you done a lot of moving around.
Yeah.
Um, the next question, are you a juggalo? How long have you been down with the clowns? And if you are, do you consider yourself a juggalo rapper, or do you not like to be like put in that, I guess, box, if you will?
Oh man, all of the above. No, I am a juggalo. I've been juggaloing. Me and my sister debate this because it was about 95. Um, Ringmaster is what got me into it. I went to this local music store we had in Boaz called Music for Less. I don't even know if they're even a store anymore. But I went in there just to get, it was probably a Nirvana album or some heavy metal album at the time, or probably some like LL Cool J or some old hip hop. Like
Right, right.
I'm 42. I'm an old head on when it comes to
We
anything.
bumping NWA and
Yeah,
Tupac,
and
Biggie.
Arrested Development, like a big mixture of all,
Right,
dude, Two Live Crew, like I mean, it's just a big mixture of all kinds of stuff. But
right.
stop, my cat's trying to move my camera. But anyway, I went to the music store to get something, and I saw Ringmaster. I saw the front cover sitting right there. Oh, there goes my light. I saw the front cover sitting there, and it was just intrigued me. And I was like, everyone, like you heard, even in small town Alabama, we heard of ICP. I never really listened to them at that point yet. And I saw the cover, and I was like, I have to get this. And then,
Right.
dude, from then on, it was just full on, man. And let's see. So about, say, 95.
So
I don't know, man. That's a
20.
long time. I'm trying to do the math in my head. That's a long time.
Listen, 32 years if it's from 95 or something, because
Yeah.
I'm 32 and I was born in 92, so no, not quite, like 28 years or
Yeah, I was
something.
81. So, yeah, about 11, 12 years. Yeah. Oh,
Right.
man. Okay. What was the last part of the question? Sorry. Oh, yeah. If I am a juggalo artist.
Right, rapper.
I am a juggalo and I'm a juggalo artist. I do make juggalo music, but not everything I do is juggalo, if that makes sense. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
I mean that's straight. I'm just, if you would
I
like,
got
if somebody goes, "Are you a Juggalo rapper?" Is it like, yeah, or
I'm like, yeah,
no? Most,
I mean, I am, but not like,
right,
it's
right.
not like everything I do is not like juggalo
Strictly
centric. Yeah,
horrorcore.
so
Yeah, yeah.
pretty much what I am is horrorcore mixed with like trap metal, I guess. I don't like that term very much, but because I'm not trap, I don't sell drugs, you know what I mean? But that's just what they
Right,
call it. Like, what is it?
right.
Scar-Lord? Scar-Lord is one of my big influences in that genre. He's amazing. If you've never heard of him, Suicide Boys, they can borderline be trap metal sometime. Ghostmane, he can be like
Right.
borderline trap metal. Oh man, Sos Mula, City Morgue, like all them, like that kind of stuff. I do that where it's
Right.
like rapping and singing, and then I got like guitars and drums and stuff mixed with like rap beats. To me, it's what new metal in the '90s should have been, like a perfect mixture of rap and metal, not like rapping halfway on top of like guitar-driven beats. You know what I mean? Like actual rap beats with guitar, screaming, rapping, like a perfect marriage of metal and rap, basically.
All right. Yeah, no,
But
I
then
get
like
it.
very, very horrorcore tense. If it's not horrorcore, I'm rapping about smoking weed or being broke as fuck. You know?
Right. Live.
Excuse my language.
No, no, it's cool. We full up, like you can smoke,
I was
whatever.
about to say, can I light up?
Yeah, yeah, that's no problem.
Like,
I
even the
mean,
fact that I chose the
obviously,
420.
it's whatever representation you want to have for your fans. I publicly, to the day I die, will be known to smoke weed, and I am
Oh hell yeah,
completely okay with that. Some
dude!
people might not want that as their image. 20 years from now, somebody might find this and look you up, and
I'll probably
I don't
still be
know.
trooping down. I'll be probably hitting the bong at
Yeah,
that point.
you
No more
know.
doobies. Dude, I'm kind of sad because I saw you start popping up like right before the gathering, like on socials
Hmm.
and in groups and stuff like that. And I missed
Right.
this year, man. Like this would have been my fourth one because I went to 2009, 2013, and then last year. And last year, Young Demon, my kid that's in the chat, that was his
Yeah.
first. And I popped his cherry last year.
Oh, yeah, this was my first year getting to go. And ironically, it's funny you say that because that's the truth.
Dude, when you
On
live in
as
the middle
far
of
as
nowhere,
on Facebook and online, I was not in the scene on
well,
purpose.
I
Well,
know how
not
it
really
is.
on purpose. I just really didn't care to be. I've been down since 2003. I've been jugging this whole time,
Yeah.
but actually like putting myself out there publicly only in like the last 3 or 4 years or whatever. And really, that's just because like I fell in love with Ouija. He relit a spark in my ass, and
Yeah, man.
he actually made it where I stopped gatekeeping. That's another part of the reason of these interviews. I
I'm glad,
gatekeep my
bro.
own music for the longest time. If the clowns didn't put them up and say this is so and so, I probably wasn't listening to them. However, I would listen to mainstream music too.
Well, that's
So
good,
like,
man. Like, music is music in the long run. Like, whatever floats your boat, listen to it. Just like me. Like, some people might hate it, some people don't. But again, being an old head, I don't partake in any of the divide, the split. You know what I mean? Because I love everybody. I've got mad love,
right.
but there's reason. You know what I mean? Like, my dad passed away in '98 when I was 16, and I'm not gonna say, but they helped me. Like, their album came out in '98, and it really helped me get through all that. You know what I mean? As well as ICP. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want to
No, you're
alienate
straight. You
nobody.
could say Dark Lotus. You ain't hating on my parade, dude.
Well, Dark
I
Lotus,
say it.
dude, Dark
I say,
Lotus, Twisted, Blaze, like everybody, like literally everybody that used to be on Psychopathic that's now on M&E, people that's not on M&E, like
right.
literally the whole entire underground horrorcore genre, like every artist, even not those two specific labels or those two specific artists, but like that's what got me through when I was young, because I was a straight metalhead growing up. Like, I listened to old school rap and like death metal, like Cannibal Corpse, 6 Feet Under, like death. Are you looking at my masks in the back?
Yeah, pretty dope. And
I
then
got a couple. I got one you can't see over here. It's another axe. I like Zool, man. They're Zooligan, but LLE's a good label too, man. Uh, that's my other one right here. I got a bunch of masks hanging up through here, and then a bunch hanging over here. Like, I love masks.
right on. All right, well, let's move on in the questions.
Gotcha.
What inspired you to make music? Like first start doing music. What
Oh my goodness.
made?
My dad. My dad was a musician. He played the drums, the guitar, the bass, same as me. Like, he's the one that got me. He bought me my first guitar when I was 7. Taught me how to play Wipeout of all things, like the Beach Boys.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a simple one string song with like 3 notes. But he got me started on that, and I joined the drum line in high school. Got my first drum set from a neighbor when I was about 11 or 12, and then that inspired me to join the drum line in high school and stuff. I've been playing the bass since I was about 11 as well. But yeah, my dad, him being a musician, he inspired me. He used to be like a session musician in the studio, and then like a live uh, musician, like fill-in drummer, fill-in guitarist, like for many like touring bands would come through, and if they needed a guitarist or whatever, he was
Who they'd call up or
yep. And of all things, Casey and the Sunshine Band, like he was a part of that in a band called Loving Spoonful. I don't know if you're into classic rock, but and like
I mean,
Gypso.
I like classic rock. I just don't know if I know the name. I might have heard a song, but I don't
Uh,
like to claim something I'm not sure of. So,
well, there's a band called Bread and a band called Loving Spoonful. They used to come through Miami and South Florida a lot back in the day. And then Casey and the Sunshine Band, they're from Miami.
okay.
There's like a lot of those like 9 degrees of separation stuff with like a lot of like musicians from when I was younger all the way up until now. Like, it's kind of crazy, but yeah, it's 100% most definitely my dad. And like I said, it was a whole big thing. Him and my mom split up whenever I was 9. So in 1990, we moved from Florida to Alabama, and then in '97, he moved up to Alabama because I was a bad kid getting in trouble, and he wanted to be up there to be near his kids. And then a year and a half later, he died in an accident at work. So he got to be around his kids, and we got to be around him for like a year and a half, and then boom, like suddenly he was gone again, and that shit tore me up, man. And I wrote a lot of music around that, and it inspired me even farther if you want to say. Sorry, I
Rest
didn't mean to
in
get all
peace to your
sentimental and talk
pops.
about some dark
No,
stuff.
no,
But
listen, that's what I mean. Most people would want to skip that subject. I
I
want
don't
my
skip
artists that
anything,
I
man.
interview to speak freely. This is supposed to be about you guys, and whatever you feel comfortable talking about, however you choose to answer these questions, that is on you. And my condolences. Yeah,
I
rest in
appreciate
peace to
that.
your pops. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Well, because of him being into music, my younger brother that's here now, my other brother in Nevada, my kid, my son or my son, my brother in Nevada, his son, like we're all either musicians, rappers, or something. You know what I mean? Like we all got into music because of it. It all started with my dad and then trickled down. So it's kind of like it runs in
Okay.
the family. My sister, she even plays like trumpet and a couple
Yeah.
other like band instruments, like woodwinds and stuff like that. Like it's pretty good
Yeah.
stuff, man.
I
Pretty
used
good
to
stuff.
play around with some drums, but
Oh yeah,
I'm not no band player, I
shit.
just I tried and then I had a bad experience with my band instructor. I was struggling on an assignment in class. He literally threw the notes at me. He's like, "Take it
Dude,
home, practice. Don't come back till you get it." And I'm like, okay, because I went from sixth grade to my freshman year in high school. And I'm like, okay. And then I just went home and I sold my drum set for like 25, $50. My mom spent like $150 on it. I just took the money and went and bought some weed. I was done. I never looked back. And
damn.
I kicked myself in the ass for that one, but
Yeah, that
you
sucks,
know.
man. Like, there's always one person that tries to like bring you down. You know what I mean? And that was uncalled for. There's no reason for a teacher to,
Right, he's a band instructor, and I
especially a
can't make it
band
up. Like
instructor.
the
You know what I
whole
mean? You're
choir,
supposed,
like just kind of looked at me with their jaw kind of half hung open, like,
you're supposed
did
to be
he
there to
really?
inspire you, not like, you know what I mean? Like that's messed up. I'm sorry, bro.
Nah, it's cool. I wasn't
I
meant
like
to
your
be no
face paint, by
band.
the way, man.
Dude,
You're,
I just created it. Well, I didn't just. I've had it written in this fancy dancy weird little book that I've had for a while. And like
yeah.
3 to 6 months before the gathering, I came up with this idea and I never put it into full tuition. And
Oh,
then I'm like,
nice.
you know what? I'm gonna give it a go. So for the first go, it's me. It looks all right. It
I
could be
like it,
better,
man.
and I know my flaws. But thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
A couple people have said that, so I
Yeah, it's
might
dope,
start
man.
trying
You're
to
welcome.
just perfect this face paint, and this will be known as Wiggles.
Nice. Well, it's dope, man. I like it.
Hell yeah. All right. So, who do you look up to in the music industry today, though? You said your father inspired you to,
All right.
make music, but who do you kind of look up to and inspire to in the industry today?
Today, there are so many, man. I get so many opportunities because of people that I actually grew up listening to and all that. Scum from LSP for one. I look up to him a lot, man. He is such a good person. Yes, band directors are Nazis, man. I agree. To the person in the chat. But Buckshot. Buckshot is another one. I just played Halloween 5 with him. He seen me play twice, like open up for somebody else, and like gave me an opportunity because of it. And like I'll be forever grateful for that. But like there are lots of people that inspire me right now, man. ICP for one, Darby O'Trill. I like his come up,
Yeah,
man.
boys.
I like his come up, and he's a fellow South Florida boy. He knows about Alligator Alley. Me and him both got
Yeah,
Alligator Alley bars, bro, man. Like it's a thing. If you don't know about Alligator Alley, it's a thing.
I don't.
It's a whole like triangle. It's like a stretch of highway and stuff, and there's like canals and alligators everywhere. And it's one of the things where where you take people to disappear, like the myths. You know what I mean? Like it's a whole thing. But yeah, it's like
All
it's
right.
a cool thing. It's cool for horrorcore. You know what I mean? But
Right.
anyway, Darby. Let's see, freaking. I like Ouija, man. Ouija, especially like his last couple albums, like not the very last one. I do dig that one, but Detritus was my shit. I like that one a lot.
Bro,
And
Detritus was the first album I liked absolutely every song on.
Yes, that's what I
And
was about
from
to say.
there, they just became good albums.
Yep.
Like Corruptus, I loved. I just wish the songs were longer.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, no cap. I didn't like every song on Anamoria, and I pretty much can listen to all of Dark Planet, and
Dark
then
Planet's good as well.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck? What's the last one? Blah. It's on the freaking tip of my tongue, and can't even think of
Uh,
it right now.
I know what
I
you're
hope
thinking
he
of,
ain't
dude.
watching, cause he's probably gonna make some fucked up remark about it. Um,
I got a brain fart too. I know which one you're talking about, man. But
it's right after Dark Planet. But yeah, at any rate,
yeah.
so like I don't like absolutely every song on it, but three-quarters of them are dope. So yeah,
But
Teasy in the chat, she could probably answer it. So yeah,
and
continue. I'm
then
sorry. Jim.
let's see. Non-Juggalo wise, Alex Terrible from Slaughter to Prevail. Oh my goodness, man, his vocals and just yeah, he's I very much look up to him for like that aspect. Um, I'm gonna say it. I hope I'll probably get some hate, but I don't care. Twisted, because they gave me my very first opportunity whenever I started doing the trap metal, because I've been in metal bands for almost 20 something, 30, close to, for a long time. And when I started doing
Right.
the trap, when I started doing the horrorcore juggalo, like trap metal stuff about 2 years ago, they were the first ones that I reached out to that actually did a feature. And I'm not even gonna lie, it's not even my best song. I love the song, don't get me wrong, but it's not even my best song. And they were like, fuck yeah, we'll do it, bro. But they've seen me around at shows for fucking 20 something years, you know what I mean? Just like ICP, just like everybody else has. And
Right.
but they were the first ones that gave me a chance. And since then, like I've gotten so many opportunities from so many other artists and stuff like that. And I wouldn't say that's why, but it gave me the confidence to put myself out there. You know what I mean? And oh my goodness, I've got a brain fart right now because there's somebody else, and I got a brain fart. I can't
Well,
think of
that's
it,
all
man.
right.
I'm
Maybe
sorry.
we'll come back. There might be another question. You gave me plenty of artists. Most people only list like one or two or
Dude,
whatever, and
I
you
could
gave
go
me a
on because
handful.
I listen to so much different music that a lot of stuff inspires me and continues to inspire me all the time. Like, but that's like a 2 hour conversation just of music.
Right, right. We'll jump to the next question.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Number 5. Are there any current projects in the works, or what's next, or have you even released like a recent new song, or working on a new song? Or
I'm constantly working on new music. I make a lot of beats. I buy a lot of beats. I collaborate a lot with my kid Young Demon, my brother Jay Work. He's the one that lives out in Nevada. We collaborate a lot. I just had my very first full length album, The Wickedest, released, or it's gonna release October 31st actually. But I sold some copies at my last show, like I pre-sold them or whatever. It's got like 11 tracks. And then I made my
yeah,
own. Dude, check this out. It's reflective. I don't know if you can see it, but it's
yeah.
whoop, I'm over here dropping and getting excited.
It's hollow
But
broken.
it's yeah, hollow broken. Yes, yeah, it's holographic and stuff. But I got nervous that I didn't think that my copies or my actual physical copies. I get them from I forgot, but I order them in their like professional CDs or whatever.
You ain't
But
gotta tell us all your business. We get it.
right,
Just tell
yeah,
us
I
about the
forgot.
CD, homie.
True, but I didn't think they were going to get here in time, so I bought a bunch of burnt CDs, and I actually bought a bunch of blank cases. I got a bunch of holographic printer paper, and I handmade like all these albums. I made like 25 copies of this thing, and
Yeah.
I put a bonus track on this one that's not on the normal one. It's These Chains. It's the very first song I made whenever I first started doing the rap horrorcore trap metal stuff, and it's a song about depression, anxiety, basically all mental illness, addiction, like all of it, and it's got myself, my kid, my son. I mean, I already said my kid. My brother and his son. Like all four of us. It's like all four families. So it's
Like
like
a family track on there.
it's father son, and then we're all related. You know what I mean? But
Right.
it's called These Chains. It's on YouTube, but I haven't released it on anything physical yet, except for a cassette tape. I made a cassette tape that's got that song on side A, and then it's got my Kid Young Demon song Space. I made a guitar remix where I put guitar on it for him, and I put that on side B. I only made like 50 copies of that thing, and I've still got like 15 or 20 copies, I want to say. I don't like actively sell it, but whenever I do play shows, sometimes I'll bring a few copies just because it's very like rare, I guess you could say. Like I said, there's only 50.
So I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is one of the coolest messages I've seen come through one of my
Yeah,
live
that is
streams, period.
true. I'm
Somebody
seeing what
said,
they're saying now.
share
Yep,
this guy's link in your description when you search YouTube for Raxputin. Only Rasputin comes up.
yep.
Oddly enough, YouTube's front page suggested this video to me. Wasn't even logged in. That
That's
is
crazy.
beautiful.
Yep.
That's what I mean.
Thank you,
After
Peach
this
Army. Thank
stream,
you.
you might this thing might take off just on the like
Hey,
unique value
look,
of it. That's pretty
I'm
dope.
telling you,
Pink
like,
Army. I
I have to
appreciate it. Whoop whoop.
whoop whoop very much so. Thank you. I have to tell people all the time whenever you search me on Google, Facebook, I think even definitely like in any of them, when you search me on stuff, it's going to always say, did you mean, or search instead for, and it's always going to say Raxputin. You know, it's going to have me, but it's going to show Rasputin with an S first, like the actual Rasputin. And it's going to give you that song, the rah rah Rasputin, that one that blew up on the one that blew up on TikTok. It's gonna show you that. It's gonna when you look me up on YouTube, it's gonna show you like 35 videos of that guy. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Homie's gonna be mad because it ain't you singing it. No.
yeah. So you gotta right there at the top. It'll say, "Did you mean?" or "Search instead for you." It's like you have to click that stuff. I don't know why, man. I call it being shadow banned, but I don't think that's what it is. It's just because
No,
I choose to
I'm
be.
gonna help you out with that because
Yeah.
YouTube, believe it or not, ranks on Google. So I am gonna have your hashtags as your actual name in my tags of the video,
Oh,
and I
okay.
guarantee you that's gonna start helping that effect. I don't know how
Nice.
often you put your own tag in your post or
I do
your
sometimes. Yep.
videos, but if you start doing it consistently, that will eventually start, becoming like a notarized or notable on Google. When somebody searches, it'll override
Yeah.
that ROSP or whatever, maybe. So, but that
And if
is
I was
really
more
cool.
consistent on my socials too.
Well, yeah, that might help too, dude.
Yes, sir. See, when you're doing everything
uh,
yourself, sometimes it's hard to be consistent posting, and that is my biggest flaw. I need to be posting consistently, man. Like, yeah,
so, any more tours or anything planned? Any one-off concerts or anything? Or you
I
said
would.
you're always working on music, but do you have
Oh yeah,
anything booked?
I would love to go on some tours right now. So if anybody's wanting to book somebody or need somebody on a slot, hit me up. But I do have a show coming up. I can't. I can't talk about one of them yet because it hasn't been posted. But everybody, well, most people know who Dean is. Dean, he's been around for this is his 20th year, and it's his farewell show. He's a fellow Floridian, but he's been around. He's played at the Gathering. Uh, everybody, he's the pig god, man. He wears the pig mask. Oh man,
Yeah.
he's the homie, bro. But he's having his farewell show. It was supposed to happen 2 weeks ago, but Hurricane Milton came through and tore up all bunch of shit. Came right in both of our paths or whatever, and
Right.
so the show got canceled, but it got rescheduled for December 21st. It's at the same place. It's at Heartwork Media, I think is what the place is called. It's in Largo, Florida. But that's my next coming show. But I have another one a week before. I just can't. I can't say what
Okay.
it is yet. I can't say what it is
Well,
yet.
people be looking out. If you watch this on the replay, he might have announced it by that
Yeah,
point. You never know.
it's an
Um,
awesome show. It is an awesome show. I just can't announce it yet.
all right. What's your favorite song of yours that you've done?
My favorite song of mine. Ooh, that's a hard question because we're always
Or at
always
least give me two that you're really passionate about. Like you're
okay.
really excited and happy with the results or whatever
Okay.
about it.
Okay. First off, probably These Chains. I just remixed it, so it's not the version that's out right now on YouTube is the original version. The version that's on the burnt CD I have is the new where I shortened it a little bit, and it was I got way better at mixing and mastering and all that. So it's polished, it's nice. These Chains, and then I would say this new song I have. It's on the album. I'm about to drop it very soon. It's called "Fuck Acceptance." Uh, oh my goodness, I love this song. I love this song. It was produced by Brian Spencer. He produced um, more than a few Scarlord songs. If anybody is familiar with Scarlord, he is like probably the number one artist in the trap metal genre. Um, he's amazing. You should definitely check him out. If you like metal and you like rap, you should definitely check him out. Like he's
Oh,
amazing.
I'm a connoisseur. That's what I mean. I used to gatekeep myself
Bro,
on music, so
bro,
now as long as it's my style or something with
okay.
a clever beat, I'll at least check it out. I'm
All
not gonna
right.
say I'm gonna become everybody's top fan,
Yeah,
but you know
exactly.
what I'm saying.
I
I'll
will
check.
I'll send you some links to some cool songs on Facebook Messenger later, and
Yeah,
you'll be like, okay, I'll handpick them for you.
yeah, you're right,
um,
right.
but it's a song about the broken, the bruised, being an outcast. Sometimes even being an outcast among the outcasts. Like
Yeah, bruh. And don't say it don't happen. The 11 people watching, if you're a Juggalo, there are cliques within the
bro,
Juggalo community,
bro.
and you
I'm
can be
telling you,
looked at as an outcast. But let me tell you, if you feel like one of those outcasts, then you belong over here with old Wiggles, because you won't be an outcast with me, and I don't give no fucks.
I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but I'm getting goosebumps over here and I'm about to start crying because this song is heavy. I mean, it's heavy. It's like heavy, but it's about being the outcast and about being, you know, uh being bullied as a kid, being abused in multiple ways, whatever, never being accepted, but at the same time not giving a fuck. Like I don't have to fuck acceptance, fuck the norm, fuck what the society thinks we should be. You know what I mean? That's basically what it's about. I don't need your acceptance, basically. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be
Yeah.
me. I'm gonna let my flag fly, my freak flag, my weirdo flag, my juggalo flag, my metalhead
Right.
flag, my whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like fuck acceptance, no matter who you are. It's applicable to everybody. The black sheep,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, especially us juggalos, because we know what it's like to be outcast. And some of us know what it's like to be outcast among the outcasts just because of who we listen
Right.
to. Just because of who we choose to listen to. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Who would have
like
thought
I said,
an outcast would want to feel accepted or
I'm an
something,
old school cat. I love music for music, man, and I love the Juggalo community because it's family, and I also love it because of the music. And that when it comes down to it, that's why like I pay no part of anything except for the music, and I got love for everybody because of that. And what else can you say in that subject? You know what I mean when it comes to that, like.
Right. Um, Most definitely. Well put, well said.
I get emotional over this shit. Like I've been, for one, it's music and
Now
I just love it, but it's I've been jugging
if
so long. I've been jugging before jugging was jugging. Like
yeah, listen, if you ain't passionate about it, why are you in the industry? And if you ain't even
exactly,
passionate about being a juggalo, why are you publicly claiming to be? Like I'm
exactly.
as passionate as it gets, boy. I love being weird. I love being different.
Yep.
It's who I am.
And to
Um,
piggyback on what you were saying earlier about not going to your first show like till recently and not like coming out like in the
20 years.
juggling community and
Yeah,
stuff. Like I
yeah.
get that, man. Like shit, people know me from 20 years ago, like in the community, like as just Juggalo John, Metalhead John. You know what I mean? but like as a artist and stuff, not so much until recently. But like I was the same way, dude. I spent so much time being in metal bands, going to metal shows, that like I didn't let the Juggalo shit go. I still bumped Juggalo shit. I still represented, but like living in Alabama, there's not really Juggalo shit that goes around there back in the '90s. You know what I mean? And,
Right, right.
like for lack, it wasn't for lack of not wanting to or not trying or whatever. It's just, you know how it is, bro. When you live in the
Listen,
middle
for
of
lack of
nowhere
being able to just
and being a
get
broke
there.
ass motherfucker and like working at
That
restaurants, and like if you go to you're gonna quit and you live in a small town, you only got so many jobs you can work at. Like, dude, like I love
no,
juggling, but I like having a job and having a place to live better. You know what I mean? Like
you're
if it
right
comes down to it,
because
I don't want to be
speak
homeless. You know what I mean? I'm a juggalo, but I ain't gonna be homeless.
speaking on that, that's what I'm saying. I've been on my own since I was 16, and I have been
Same,
homeless three
same,
times.
bro, same.
And so I only just found
Whoop, whoop.
stability in my life the last 4 years.
Like,
But my point is, I made this dude's comment highlighted. This is my witness. When push comes to shove, me and this dude's been down together. I've known him 13 years. You know what
oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
bro.
Like, don't tell me I ain't jugging, and just because I might not like who you're liking, or
Hell yeah,
I try
yeah.
not even to let juggalo politics, you know what I'm saying,
I don't.
deter who I like or don't like.
That's
It's
how
who
I
you
feel
are as
about
a
it.
person, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's how I feel about juggalo politics. Ugh. I'm an old school juggalo. You know what I mean? Like this is how I feel about it. I don't old school, new school. Who gives a shit? I don't care if you not you. I'm just saying in general.
No, no,
I
yeah.
don't care. I don't care if someone just came into juggaloing today. Welcome. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't care if you've been in it.
Oh, no,
I don't care if
I
you've been
might
jugging 30
gatekeep
years.
just.
Like
I might
the
a
only thing is
little.
don't be jugging for one day and say that you've been jugging for 20 years. You know what I mean? That's the thing.
Right, right. You better put
I
some
think I think
respect
that's
on
what
it.
I think that's what a lot of old school juggalos get mad about or something. But like, who cares? In the long run, who cares? A juggalo's a juggalo. If you love anything about being a juggalo, the music, the family, if you're down, then be down, and I'm cool with you. That's all I care about. Like, I don't. Same thing, nothing but love. I got too much love in me, man. Like to be hating on anybody for some stupid reasons. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Make it
come
make
on now.
sense.
Like,
uh,
I got nothing but love, man. I love you too, bro. I got
right,
nothing but love,
right.
especially for like you gave me my first interview ever, bro. Like, this is amazing. You know what I mean?
This
I'm happy.
this is your first interview, in fact.
It is, in fact, my very first interview.
Wow, hell yeah, welcome. The next question I have for you is real excuse me, realistically, where do you see yourself or hope to see yourself in 5 years with your music career?
Oh, pretty much doing the same thing I'm doing it just at a much larger capacity. Like, uh, I want to be able to. Is like my dream is just to perform, to make music, and like that's all I've ever wanted to do since I was old enough to remember how to speak. You know what I mean? Like literally since I was about 3 or 4 years old, my first memories being around music. Like that's all I've ever wanted to do. And in 5 years, I see myself not having to build somebody else's dream at a job somewhere and being able to just make music, tour around, play shows, um, make
Do
beats for
you
people, like just all kind of stuff, whatever it is music related to be able to. And I don't even give a shit about being signed or
I
being rich and
was
famous as long as I can make enough money. I live in a camper, bro. As long as I have enough money to pay my bills by making music, I'm
right.
living my dream. That's how I see it. If I'm getting to play shows with new artists, old artists, artists I look up to, people I've never heard of in this town, in town across the country, like that's what I've been doing this past 2 years. And you know what? I get more love out of state than I've ever got in my own state. You know what I mean? Like I play local shows here. Well, local show is like 2 hours away because there ain't no local shows in Fort Myers. But I go to Tampa, I go to Orlando. One or two people might come that know me, I go out of state and there's like 2 or 3 people that's already listened to my music. But then after I get off stage, everybody comes up, dude. It's overwhelming sometimes. Like people, like when you make fans and you're like not used to making fans, it gets overwhelming.
Right,
Like in a good way.
bro.
Like,
And
bro,
I'm not even an artist, but I felt that at the gathering this year.
I
People knowing
imagine,
me from YouTube and shit. They're like,
yeah,
"Wiggles,
right,
who?" Like I felt that. I don't know your name, but you know my nickname at least. So
bro.
you
I'm
at least
surprised.
followed me or something.
You're gonna get people in your comments probably when they rewatch this from that. I played at Astronomicon. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Twisted does they every year they do a Comic Con, and it's they do a Comic Con during the day and there's concerts at night. And I opened up for Bruise with Blaze with Blaze Your Dead Homie, and I got my own merch booth for the whole weekend. So I was out there. If you've ever heard of Angry Grandma, you know who Angry Grandma is? Like she's like TikToker, YouTuber, and stuff. Angry Grandma. Her booth was
Nice,
right behind me,
everybody.
dude. It was awesome. I had the Ghostbusters by me and shit. But people were coming up to me and getting like autographs and wanting to take pictures and stuff. And I cried so much. My fucking horrorcore, death metal, screaming ass was crying like a little girl, bro. Like I was tears
Bro,
busting down my face.
I cried. I cried at the gathering at ICP show. I ain't gonna lie.
Like the love, like it's like I'm saying, man, like when you're you know how like you said too, like when you're not used to people like giving you praise for something, or you're not used to people telling you
Right, just
that you're worth a shit. Like most time I grew up with people telling me that I'm never gonna amount to nothing, that I suck at everything I do, and I've spent my whole life proving everybody wrong in everything I do. Like from my work life to my personal life, like I tend to be really good at anything I do. Not to like toot my own horn because I'm not that way at all. I'm a very humble person. You probably gathered that by now, but like I tend to be good at things. You know what I mean? When I put my mind to something. And
it's okay to be confident. Hell, it's
well,
even okay to be cocky a little
I know I'm
bit.
not cocky. I'm just saying I attribute that.
Just still be humble. You know what I'm
Right?
saying? Don't forget where you came from, type
Exactly.
stuff.
Exactly.
Those day one fans are what count and help push you, bro.
Thank you, Pink Army. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I
Um,
wanted you to see that.
I attribute any kind of success, any kind of like my skills and stuff, like being able to do things because of dude, you have no idea. I was abused as a kid. Like I had an evil stepdad once my mom left my dad, and I was physically abused. I'm just gonna leave it there. I've been abused, bro. I've been abused.
Yeah.
And like and again, like by multiple, like just growing up, you know how it is, man. You're in a small town, you're an outcast, people tell you're different, you don't listen to country music, you don't go mudding, you don't do all this country shit. And like
Right.
people, I'm from Miami, I'm
You're
from the city.
broken.
Yeah, like I'm told my whole life that I'm worthless, I'm talentless, I'm never gonna amount to shit. You know what I mean? Like literally, people just telling me I'm not, I ain't shit. You know what I mean? And but like I said, I've kind of tried to, I've made it a goal of mine, I guess you can say, to like prove people wrong. Like I'm gonna do it. I don't
Right.
care. When I'm 70 years old, I'm gonna be doing what I love. I'm gonna die
Hell
doing what I
yeah.
love. You know what I mean? Like music will never, music will never leave me. I'm constantly inspired by things to make new beats, to write new songs, lyrics. Like I'm constantly always doing something. Like I
It's
can't.
funny
I
you
would
say
die
that.
inside if I wasn't making music. It literally drives me. I've ruined
It's
many relationships just so I could continue making music. You know what I mean? Like because
man,
they couldn't
you done
understand
put
it.
the
Like
lady on the side. He said, "I'm doing this. Get
no,
over
like
it."
it's not that black and white. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
I'm spending too much time doing this and neglecting them. So it's like I
No,
get why
I
they
feel
left
you,
or whatever,
homie.
but like you know what I mean? Like I got to do what I have to do or I'll die inside. Like I
Well,
started
with
out,
that,
like I said, it started out as therapy for me, being able to get out what's inside and feelings and stuff like that. And since I've started putting my music out into the world and got like a little bit of confidence because I was too shy and too self-conscious to even put my music out. And
right?
I've been making music since I was a kid, like writing songs and stuff. And
Okay.
I finally started putting stuff out, man, and it gave me the confidence, I guess you can say. And I'm getting all
So,
sorry, I'm getting
no,
like I'm trying not to
no.
cry, man. I'm
Listen,
trying not to cry.
well, that's cool. We're gonna jump to the next question, and like I
All
said, don't
right.
be afraid to say skip, bro, or just be done, and I'll
I tend
ask
to
the
ramble,
next
man. It's my
question.
fault.
No,
I
that's
tend to
cool.
ramble.
I want elaborated answers. I try to
Okay.
make the streams only an hour because I feel like, I might be taking too much of your time, or the artist might get
Dude,
bored with it, or, I just try to respect everybody's time and whatnot. But
yeah.
if you're giving good answers, we got 12 people hanging out in here. That's a good
Nice.
stream, bro.
Oh, hell
Like,
yeah.
I'm
No,
okay with that.
dude, I'm
It's ironic you said that though, because like my next question is, if not music, then what? So you said you got into music at a young age, but if for whatever reason music wasn't a thing, what would you be doing? Just some construction, working a 9 to 5? Would it be still
well.
something in the music industry, just probably not singing, or,
If there was
you
some
know?
reason, if there was some crazy reason that I could not make music anymore, like some life-threatening reason that I couldn't do it, uh, yeah, I would try my best to do something related, whether it was being a roadie, like helping people out do sound, build stages, whatever. Like, I would do that if I could. But right now, I build boat lifts. I build boat lifts for rich people and shit. You know what I mean? Like, because
Okay,
who can afford a boat lift? But like right now, today,
man.
like I was telling you, it was a little bit late of a day for me. The day before yesterday, I worked 18 hours. Today was 12 hours. And what it is besides building boat lifts, like at the place that I work at, during season, we have boat shows. So I went to Fort Lauderdale to go set up a boat show. I had to set up a big 30-foot TV wall. That's those like LED screens, like they have at concerts and stuff. I had to set
Right.
up one of those. I set up concert rigging. Like I literally, it's like setting up a concert almost, but it's for like boat display or boat lift displays and stuff. You know what I mean? And I took
Wow.
pictures of it on my phone. It's all like elaborate and stuff, but so it's kind of fun, but kind of, you know what I mean? It's like, again, it's building somebody else's dreams. I'm tired of
Right,
building
not
other
your
people's
own.
dreams, you know what I mean? And
Hey,
not
but
building,
don't be naive. You need to have some
you have
money
to
to
have a
build your
backup plan.
dream until your
Yeah.
dream is building itself.
Well,
Like,
I'm not naive when it comes to being an artist in the fact that I have to have money to make money. You know what I mean? Like
right,
it takes
right,
money. Like it's not free to be an artist. Like to make music, to play shows, to travel. Dude, I've
right.
traveled to California to play shows. I've traveled to Michigan to play shows. I've traveled to Ohio to play shows. I just recently played Hallow Bleed, Buckshot's annual Halloween show. I just played that last weekend.
No
Um,
kidding.
dude, Twisted Insane,
It's dope as shit.
dude. As soon as I got there at like 1 o'clock, well, I got there early. I was the first person there besides the guy that owns the bar. Because I'm a punctual person, man. Um, even though I'm a stoner from hell, I'm a punctual person. It's just the way. If you're early, you're late. That's the way I look at things.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just the way I was raised, man. It's I can't help it. But I got there super early, and so about 1 o'clock or so when we're supposed to get there, people started showing up like artists for load-in and stuff. I got my one big ass tote of like merch and stuff out, and I stuck it over the fence. And who's there smoking a blunt? Twisted Insane. And I was like, and
Ah,
he goes to hand it to me. I'm like, oh shit! I was like, I was about to do the same thing, so I lit up one of my cones, and we were just passing back and forth, talking, bullshitting. We go out back,
hell
and
yeah.
we're talking about Alabama of all places, and like San Diego, where he's from. Like, dude, Twisted Insane is exactly that. He's insane as fuck, especially whenever he's on stage and performing. Whoa! But he is super chill to hang out with in person, man. Super, super chill.
Hell
I love
yeah.
Twisted Insane. He's a cool fucking guy. He was just at the gathering, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah, this year.
Yep. And this was like his second, third one, wasn't it?
I think I don't know all those facts. A Juggalo
So,
gamer that just came in might know because I think he's been to the last three.
yeah.
Uh, Remy has Twisted Insane been at the last two gatherings, and thank
I
you
don't
for
think he was
stopping by, homie.
I don't think he was at last year's, but I know he might have
You
been at
digging
one.
it? Well, it's kind
I
of
was at,
sloppy now.
I went to last year's one, but I didn't go to this year's. But I didn't go like I said, 2013 was my last one before last year's, so I missed out on a bunch
Right.
of them, man. And then my memory from
Hey.
that was hazy as fuck because you know what we be doing.
Yeah, yeah. We'll leave that one out, but most
Yep.
people know. Uh,
If you gathered, you
so,
know.
right. So then, what did you want to be as a kid? Was it still an artist? Like, you didn't want to be no
um,
firefighter or something?
all right, I might pull something out the hat that nobody's ever known, and you can't really make a lot of money doing it. But before I wanted to be a musician, like I fell in love with poetry. You know what I mean? Like Sylvia Plath, Edgar Allan Poe. Um, what's his name? The guy that does El Dorado.
No.
I forget his name right now, but he's another one of those popular, like from the 1800s, early 1900s. But dude, poetry.
Right.
I wanted
My
to.
life
I
is
still
full
have.
of
I still
it.
have notebooks full of poems and stuff from when I was younger that I tried to save on to, and I got like a couple pages, and then a notebook or two. But I used to want to write poetry books, like books of poetry and
No
stuff like
kidding.
that. I
Like
wanted to
just
kind of be a writer, I guess you could say. And I was really big into like philosophy and stuff. But then again, I'm like, what can you do besides be a philosophy teacher somewhere or be like
be
a
an
writer?
English teacher. Yeah, like just a
And
known poet.
that's not really my bag, you know. Like it would kind of be fun, but it's not really my thing. At the same time, like having to teach people and
Right.
have that normal like day to day kind of school thing. Like I don't know, but just to like I don't know, be like a published writer, writing poetry maybe. But
That's
I wanted
so
to play
cool,
baseball.
sir.
I wanted to play baseball. I was very good at baseball growing up, and I got injured when I was like 13 playing backyard football across the street growing up, and I had to sit out a year in baseball, and I got real big into music, and because that's when I joined the high school band and stuff, and I just never went back to
Right.
baseball, man. And my mom never let it go for like a good 15, 20 years. Like after that, she just all the time would remind me, when are you going to go back to school and play baseball? I'm 30 something, mom. I can't start out baseball right now. You know, like
Right, right, right. It's not
yeah,
happening.
yeah. And like
Um,
now I'm 42 and it's definitely not happening.
when it comes down to it, it's the same basic thing as writing song lyrics, poetry. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Poetry or
Um,
baseball to answer your question in a short version.
so the next question you kind of answered, so I'm just gonna summarize. You have been to the gathering how many times?
Three good stuff.
And have you played the gathering at all?
No, unfortunately not. Okay, last year I was supposed to play oh my goodness. I was supposed to play MC Horse stage last year. He was right there in the
Yeah,
little curve when you're going from a side stage to the main stage, the curve going down the little hill.
the Omen stage, or
Yeah, it was in between the two stages, in the big open spot where people camp and stuff. But it was right
like the
there by
Ballas area.
it was kind of close to what's it, Wacko, Airheads. It was kind of close to their
Yeah,
little
yeah.
camp. But he had like a little stage set up right there by the path, in like a little gazebo kind of thing, or you know, like the ones that are made out of tents, like a tent gazebo thingy. But
Right.
I was supposed to do a set, and I brought my kid along. We were gonna do it, man. Kid Savage. He's Lex the Hexmaster's hype man, but he's also his own artist, Kid Savage. We got a song together with Chris Calico called "Hurt 'Em." He was there. He was gonna perform with me, but my thumb drive for some reason would not work in MC Horror's his mixer that he had or whatever. It worked like whenever I had it on my computer and shit, but it just didn't work in his thing. Like I don't know, but so my set just didn't. I didn't get to play it unfortunately. So I just gathered with everybody else like normal.
Okay, well, darn it that you didn't get to perform, but
I
that's cool of you for staying in good spirits.
this year would have been a perfect year because I have a lot of wicked shit. Like My shit's like
Oh,
I do have some like rap, like horrorcore rap, you know, like and then smoker rap, shit like that. But like 70% of my shit is like horrorcore rap and metal, like screaming and like very horror themed, like wicked shit. You know what I mean?
right, right.
Yeah, Run Rabbit
I,
Run, Night of the Demons. Dude, I could go on and on. There's a couple new songs that I'm about to release that are pretty heavy too and very horrorcore. Like I said, fuck acceptance is one of them, and then
see, that'll be the ones that I probably
Rise
like.
Up.
I really do like some dark, trappy
I'll send you
metal.
I'll send you a personal link because I haven't released it yet. I'll send you a link from my Google Drive or whatever. I'll send you a link from for Rise Up. It's another one I'm gonna.
That'd
It's
be
on the album,
dope.
but it's a Juggalo song, man. It's I wrote it for the Gathering. Rise up, motherfucker, rise up. And it's like it was about the Gathering. Dude, it was all about the Gathering and fuck your sleep and all that shit.
Yeah,
Um,
man,
but I
fuck
ended
their
up
sleep. I didn't give no
yeah,
fucks. I just
but
wanted to
I ended
point
up
that out.
oh yeah, I ended up making it a song for like basically playing any show and like getting the crowd pumped and shit. Rise up and but it's
Shout
I
out
still
to the
it's
art.
about the Juggalos and whoop whoop and everything too, man. Like I'll let you hear it. It's pretty fucking awesome. I played it at one show.
Right on. All right. If you could collaborate with any artist, underground or mainstream, who would it be?
Oh man, I've collaborated with quite a few already. Actually, a lot of them I have not released yet, but there's one that I really want to, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to ever. But ICP.
I heard that
That's a
takes
childhood.
like 20 grand.
Well, they don't necessarily collab with anybody anymore. You know what I mean? They have to they pretty much have to approach you or like something like that. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily just do it anymore. And
Just do features.
20 grand for ICP, I would probably pay that. You know what I mean? I paid a pretty
That's just
penny for
from word of mouth through influential people. That's what I've heard. Do
that's
you
kind of
even
a
want to get them to talk?
to me that's kind of a crazy number, but at the same time I'd pay it. But
Listen, my
I
boy
paid a lot,
Wheezy
man.
won't talk if you ain't got 5 stacks.
I've paid a lot. I've paid a lot for some features before, but also I've gotten the homie price from people before. You know what I mean? So
Right, that's what counts.
and shit, I do features for free right now. You know what I mean? Like if I ever charge, it'll be like 50 or $100. Like I don't, you know what I mean? And I don't even feel right about doing that, so I don't even think I ever will. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I feel weird about
Right.
charging somebody for a verse or a chorus. You know what I
Until
mean?
you
Like,
get to that point, though, and you got to value your time. It ain't like
exactly.
you're trying to rip them off, you know? Like, your
Especially if
name
I'm
eventually is going to add to their song, you know? It's going to
well.
bring people, or that's the
I get
hope,
that,
you
and it
know?
is a business. Music, especially if you're trying to do it for a living, it is a business. But you know what I mean. Like it's just one of them things. Like I do it out of love at this point. You know what I mean.
And that's awesome.
If somebody
That's
wants to work
freaking
together, I'm
awesome.
like, yes, let's do it. If you got a song that you think I'd be good on, fuck yeah, let's go. Like if I got a song I think you might be good on, I'm like, hell yeah, you want to do this? Like that's just how I am at this point.
Right, right. All
But
right, that's fair. So then you got a
ICP,
mainstream artist maybe that you would like to
oh hell
collab
yeah.
with
Uh,
that you haven't? I don't know if you have with any, but
oh man. Oh man, I'm trying to
I
think
know.
right now because there's quite a few that I would love to fucking. What's it? I don't even know how to pronounce his name right now, but I can't. It's his song is an earworm right now, and I can't get it out of my head. The one that's on everybody's. It's like that. Get it how you live it. Hunaman kind or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
We're standing on business.
yeah,
I'm a hot
yeah,
stepper. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's dope. I don't
Dude,
even know
that dude.
who it is,
Look,
but
he gives props to Project Pat in that song. So he gives props to the Dirty South, and I'm from the Dirty South, so
right.
I gotta give that shit love. But honestly,
Ice Cube.
I would love to do something with like Ludacris or freaking 3 6 Mafia or I would say Bone Thugs, but I got a song with Crazy Bone. I just haven't released it yet.
Oh, there we go. That's dope. Um,
I got like an album's
okay.
worth of songs with Chris Calico, but those are from beat packs. You know what I mean? So like I can't
Right.
really count that. You know,
I mean,
everybody
you
knows
still
about that shit.
it is
Well,
what it is. It's
you can get people get ads, especially if you're an artist and you make music and shit. You get ads all the time for these by beat, and they're always good. You know, like Anno Domini, Wishmaster, like all these artists. They have they'll sell beat packs, and they'll have some that have like you'll get like 3 artist features or 5 artist features, and you're paying a pretty good amount for this pack. Now, don't get me wrong, but especially if you're a poor dude working paycheck to paycheck like I am, spending all your money on concerts and
bro.
merch, all this kind of shit. Because not only am I buying my own merch, having to buy shit to sell, I'm also supporting other artists still, like ICP and Blazy Dead Homie and Twisted and all these other people. I'm still buying their merch when they release albums and shit. I'm still a fan just
Right.
like everybody else. You know what I mean? So
Right.
my
Till
money's
the
just
day I die.
yep, exactly.
Man.
Like so, my money's just in and out. It's gone as soon
I,
as I get it. But
but I get it. At some point, you got to focus on you and do your own
yeah,
thing, though, and
but no,
put a little more money into.
John, who was I just thinking of earlier that there was somebody I really wanted to do a freaking feature with, man.
Well,
Like,
I had to ask you who you inspired or who you looked up to in the music industry, and you had
yeah,
mentioned some artists then, and I kind of figured some of them might have been
they
some
are
of that
definitely.
answer.
Some of those are definitely too. Like, I would love to have a like Alex Terrible be on one of my songs, or the other way around. He'd be like, "Man, I'm way better screamer than you. You have to be on my." Yeah, right.
All right. So I'm gonna try to start making this next question a little different. Like
Okay.
artists in their own right are very cool. I got to meet ICP.
They are chill, man. They are chill. Uh-oh. Sound just went out.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you're good now. It froze up, I think is what happened. You're good now.
Yeah, I seen it. I'm like, I'm gonna wait for a second.
Okay.
But at
So
any rate,
you got
the
to meet
question,
ICP.
right? And like they are valid for this answer. I'm not trying to discredit, but at any
Yeah.
rate, the question is, have you met anyone famous to you? So my answer to that question is Polly Shore. I have met ICP now, and they are surely famous to me. I
Yeah.
have met Scum. I have met Insane Poetry. I have met Cartoon Bonder, Sick Chris,
I mean,
Enoch. I can,
yep,
King Wicked and
yep,
Hirsch Boy, and
yep.
I've met some artists, and I am happy. I'll never forget that. But like when I try to ask this question, I try to, I guess, think of it on like a mainstream or a normie level. Think about you just got a new fan, and they may not be a juggalo, but they somehow found your music and they like you. You know what I'm saying? I try to think outside of the box with my questions. So if you met nobody but artists, then go ahead and list a few. If you've
Oh,
met
yeah.
anybody else, then
This is gonna again, like I said, 9 degrees of separation, man. I've met so many people actually, but I do go to a lot of Comic Cons and stuff like that too. But I've met a lot of
oh
people I've
yeah,
also met a lot of people organically, just like randomly on the street, being like where I live and shit, like South Florida and stuff. But I would say um Peter Dante is probably my favorite like celebrity, if you want to call it a like celebrity, like actors and stuff like that, because I've met a lot of them like from Comic Con. But
right.
Peter Dante, bro, I got to do bong rips with Peter Dante and take videos with it, and so did my kid. Like we did bong rips together. It was the first ever, you know what I mean? Like he's never like he got to do father son bong rips and shit. But
That
Peter
is
Dante,
awesome.
he's you know who that is, right? Peter Dante, Uncle
Not
Dante.
ex-
He's in almost every, well, not almost every. He's in a lot of Adam Sandler movies. He's Grandma's Boy.
yeah.
He's the weed dealer in Grandma's Boy. The
Oh, okay, yeah.
don't be
That's
so
dope.
mad. Yeah.
Yeah.
About
We're
kick my
losing
about kick my
camera.
about kick
That's
my camera
dope
over right
though.
here. But yeah,
Hell
it's
yeah.
oh yeah, there's my freaking microphone for recording and shit. Yeah, dude, my recording setup and all that shit is right here. Yeah, dude, Peter Dante. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. Peter Dante is probably
Wait.
my favorite celebrity I've ever met
No,
by
that's
far.
cool. That's what I'm excited to hear new answers.
Or
Like
Jason
as
Mewes.
who?
Jason Mewes from Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh,
Yeah, Jay
really?
Mewes. Yeah, I got
That's dope.
Oh, it's over at the house. I was about to say I got him to sign. I got a movies from the movies the cow, the restaurant they go to. I got a movie
Yeah.
stuff. I got him to sign it and say, dude, I think I just filled the cup. Like I got
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. I met Polly Shore. That's my
Dude,
non-artist
I
famous
would love to
person
meet
I
Pauly
met.
Shore.
He
Did you
came
meet
to
him on his
Richmond.
Did you
He
meet him
came
on
to
his comedy
Richmond,
tour?
Indiana. Yeah. He came to
Nice.
Richmond, Indiana, and done a comedy tour or
Hell
skit
yeah.
or whatever.
That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Would you stop? I swear, I'm telling you, these animals, y'all. I'm sorry.
Here, you've seen it. I've
Uh,
got my light knocked over, my camera knocked over. It's all
all
good.
right. This is a little lighter of a question, but it's still relevant. I think it's a good question. What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Oh, there we go. I don't think
You
I've
wouldn't
heard
think it
somebody
by
say
all my
blue.
merch, but blue.
Okay. Yeah,
No
I
better
dig
combination
red.
than lime green, like neon green and black. No better color combination to me. But blue is my favorite color.
All right.
Like
Yeah.
cobalt blue. Like oh man, almost like this blue, but a tiny bit darker. Like I would call it
That's a
cobalt
dope
blue. Like
mask.
oh yeah, forever face. Yeah. I
The
think this is
only
I can't remember what version this is. I think it's the 2.0 or it might be the 3. I don't know. It's the 8-bit. I can't
The
remember which
only
version it is.
celebrity I have ever met was Cal Ripken Sr. I'm not even sure who that is, Adam.
Oh, baseball player, huh? Hell yeah.
Oh, he knows.
I love baseball, bro.
As a lady who used to be super cute, I've met and hung out with lots of bands in my youth. Manson, SOAD, Rob Zombie, Cold Chamber, Seven
Nice.
Dust.
Fuck yeah.
Cold
All
Chamber
great
went on
bands.
tour with Twisted recently, I think.
Yep, they sure did. I've opened up for Twisted like twice now too. I
Hell
flew,
yeah.
dude, I flew all the way out to California to open up for them, like for their Green Book tour at the beginning of the year. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I got to. And
That's what's
then I did
up.
Astro, and it's a
Um,
dream. One day I will open a show for Twisted, or not Twisted, but ICP. One day, damn
manifest
it.
that shit. But
One
that
day.
means you're gonna have to be opening at the Gathering main stage because after this tour they're doing, they said they're done.
Yeah,
Like
man, I know.
they got
Like
a Canadian tour they're gonna do, but then after that it's just the Gathering and Hollow Wicked and maybe occasional like one-offs.
I was
But
gonna, whenever Shaggy came down to Tampa, and then another spot in Florida. Um, I can't remember. It was up by Orlando, I think. But he came and did the Ultimate Groove tour.
yeah,
I was gonna try to get on the Tampa show. I just didn't have. I don't think I had the funds to get on it at the time. Because whether
right.
people know it or not, like it does. If you're an opening band and you ain't got like your name and shit out there yet, sometimes you gotta pay. But it's not really paying because you're paying for tickets and shit. You know what I mean? Half the time, so that's the way it goes.
Right. My cousin
But
spent
I don't
50
give a shit
years.
like that. It's been that way 100 years in the music industry. That's how it goes. You know what I mean? It ain't no big deal.
Right. My cousin
My
spent
cousin,
50 years with the Texas Rangers and came one out from winning the World Series. Wow.
McKinney, Adam McKinney. That sounds very
Net.
familiar. I know an Adam McKinney from Alabama.
I'm not sure where this Adam's from. He's been a homie for a while though, at least online.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Um,
DJ Clay is a very every time I've met him, he's been like super humble, just like the nicest dude. He reminds me, he looks just like a dude I know that I grew up with named Beef, like Beef, like Beef. Uh, he looks just like him, glasses and everything. Like, but they're definitely not the same person. But
right.
but yeah, he looks just like him, dude. Like your fucking face paint looks better and better every time I look at it, especially when you get up close and you're moving around. I love it.
Yeah, I got some videos I posted on my social. Now I accidentally, like, right after doing it, I touched. Oh, that's the wrong side. On one of these sides, I freaking smeared it. But I'm like, whatever. I done made a couple video clips and done ran with it, and my dreads pretty much blocked some of it. I'm gonna perfect this face paint pattern to how I drew it in that book. This was just the first rough draft trying it or whatever. Like, hold up, I
Sometimes it's
just
a happy
dropped
accident,
this.
man.
But the mouth is actually supposed to be like, I don't know, a cloud. How the cloud has the little like spiral bumps as it goes around. I was
Yeah.
gonna try that, and it didn't
Okay.
quite work out one-handed. I
Yeah.
got some like actual like female face
I got it.
brushes that I was using to put on paint. And
That's what I was going to use. I got Mayron, and I usually just use my finger and like either lick it or dip it in water or something first, and then spread it on. But if you use like even painting brushes, like the smaller paint brushes for like detailed
right.
like painting and stuff, you can even use those sometimes, and those work pretty good. I was going to ask you, what kind of is that? What you use? Do you use Mayron?
It's a brand. I spent like $30 on just some black and white. I got it off of
Probably is.
Amazon.
It probably is Mayron. That's the
Give me
that's
one
the shit.
second.
That's the shit, Mayron.
Listen, I know it's good paint because when I go to take a shower, if I just let water run on my face, it's not coming off. Like, you got to scrub. Um, no, so you'd be surprised. This is called Bobby Suka.
Oh, Bobby Pizza.
BOBISUK.
Okay, yeah, I've
Like,
heard of that. I've heard of that.
that it's like I said, $30 for a white tub like this and a black tub like this, but this paint's pretty resilient, to be quite honest. And like, I'm a true clown. I got my little makeup box over here. I just ran to grab it out of. Like, I got my own little box for my face paint and shit like that. But yeah. Okay, so the next question, and I in the back of my head think I would know, but maybe you're gonna completely surprise me. So, what is your favorite domesticated animal and your favorite wild animal?
I can name that really quick, actually. Cat is my favorite. Monkey is my other favorite.
Wow, why? I was being biased, bro. I just knew you was gonna say like a
I
gator or
love
something.
monkeys.
Yeah, that is dope.
I love monkeys, man. I'm a monkey person. I love monkeys. I wanted a monkey since I was a kid, and my mama told me no because they throw their shit and they play with themselves, so I couldn't have a monkey. I've been heartbroken since I was a kid, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm a cat person. I love all animals, dude. I live in a trailer park, like a camper RV park, and we got ponds with ducks. I feed the ducks, the turtles, the fish half the time because I don't eat fish really, so like I just feed the fish and dogs. Like, dude, I love all animals, but I'm definitely a cat person. What up, Josh? Montana Josh, that's the homie right there.
Hell yeah. I appreciate you coming and supporting your
He's one of the coolest juggalos ever. He goes to so many shows, like all kinds of shows too. Like, he's like us, man. He likes all kinds of music. He goes to metal shows. He goes to gore. Like, he goes to all kinds of shows, man. Him and his old lady, man, they're the coolest fucking people.
Listen, if y'all are on Facebook, I got a group called Shows for Juggalos, but it don't have to just be Juggalo shows. Like, you know about a concert event coming on? Come join that. Come post it.
I've been in that group, I think, since it first started, maybe, actually.
Yeah,
I feel weird about posting in it. Dude,
why?
Well, I don't know, man. Like, I don't, like, now that we've actually officially been talking and meeting, like, okay, cool. Now I get, like, but, like I've said, man, like, because of the, people that I guess you could say I'm associated with, that turns a lot of people off, man. That turns a lot of people off.
I personally don't share twisted posts in my group, but I'm not necessarily gonna, like, if you're opening for a show, you know what I'm saying?
That was just way back, you know what I mean? Like, that was in the first of the year, March, I want to say March and April. because I did their show and then I did the Astronomicon. But like that's why I
This
didn't
is
post
look.
in it because I was
This
like,
this
well,
is the best way I can put that. You as an individual, like if Duck the Fuck Down or Spin the Bottle comes on my playlist, I'm gonna listen to it. I'm
oh
not
hell yeah,
skipping it. New M&E, I don't listen to. I will skip. My point is,
man.
if you listen, yeah, no, that sucks, right?
I
But
know
if
it
you
does because
listen, if you,
you're missing out, bro.
if you listen to it, that's cool.
No,
And
that's
if
cool.
I don't, that's cool. My point, no, but
Exactly,
what I'm getting at, like
exactly.
where I draw a line, my line is I do fuck with C17 like no
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I know, man.
No
Man, I get it.
tomorrow.
I get it
So
100%.
if it was to pick a side, that would be my side.
I
Just
know,
like
I
your
get it.
side might be twisted, or,
Well, I
you
don't have
know.
one. I'll never pick a
Right,
side.
right. There
I'll
shouldn't
never
be
pick a
sides,
side.
damn it. We're all homies. But yeah, that's just my whole. I don't know. That it.
See, I know, and I know that some because like I love C17. I love Chapter 17. I love like the music, the artists and shit, man. But sometimes it can be that way, and I'm like, ugh, because
Right.
dude, I see it. I go to shows. I go to everybody's shows. But again, I love everybody, and I'll see the fuck twisted stickers and shit, and I'm like, oh man. So I'm just like,
Adam.
I just don't rock twisted shit to their shows. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
respectful.
that's
I'm
respect.
respectful like that. Like it's respect is what it is. But
Right.
same thing when I go to the
Um.
gathering. I don't just walk around in my twisted gear at the gathering like, haha, look at me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I either wear my own shit or I wear fucking ICP shit.
Right.
Or I wear
Listen,
some
I even
random
heard
metal
some
band. You know what
homies
I mean? Like,
listening to Twisted. Not real loud, but they were listening to it
oh
nonetheless.
yeah.
So I mean,
Well shit,
it does.
they play twisted in between sets at at the gathering. You know what I mean? Like they do it every year. Like and then somebody be like,
Right.
dude, they're playing Twisted, and everybody just goes like, no shit, because they do it
Right.
every year.
Right.
You know what I mean? They do it every year.
Right.
It's just one of them
Um.
things. It happens, man. Join the
Adam said,
Discord. I've never.
yeah.
That's something I've never done. I've never been in a Discord ever.
Well, we have a Discord. It's called the Gathering of the Juggalos, and we have about 140 members in it.
I'll say I'm in
If
most of the
anybody
groups and
has
stuff.
Discord, most definitely join. The link is in the description of my
Hell yeah,
videos. And if that doesn't work, just message me personally, and I'll get you a direct link. So
yeah.
I just took the moment, I guess, to promote that one. Sucks that shit even happened in the first place. That
It
it
does. I'm
does.
just sad about it. That's all it is. I'm just sad. Like I'll always
Yeah.
have love for everybody. I'm just sad that there is still a divide. I guess you know what I mean, or that there has to be one
Yeah.
because a couple artists are like, we don't like them, so y'all can't like them type shit is what it seems to be half the time, and I just hate
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? I hate it, but it is
I
what it
just
is.
Right. I
It's one of them things.
agree
I
with the
accept it because it is
reason,
what it is.
right, of why Jay done what he done. And like Twisted technically didn't have to go, but since there has been videos and documentaries of them saying they felt like they were just walking on eggshells anyhow underneath ICP, and it just goes on
It
and
is,
on. And yeah,
yeah,
I try not to dig into it too much, but
exactly,
sometimes it's hard not to.
right.
So
Well, the way I
at
look
any
at it,
rate,
yeah. Oh, it's all good.
uh, you're cool. I just wanted to get this out there. Everybody, we are halfway through. We have ran through the first 14 questions.
Oh
And at
shit.
this point, I like to ask the chat, do you guys have any questions
Yeah,
that
dude, I got some
maybe you
questions.
just haven't typed in, you've just been listening, enjoying? We've kept anywhere from 8 to 12 people in here. And I want to say thank
Oh
you
wow.
from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate that. But yeah, if
Thank
you
you
guys
for
have
real.
any
Whoop, whoop.
questions
Fuck
for
yeah.
him outside of the questions that I have, and you can make my job easier, then go ahead and ask them, and I'll pull them up.
For real, any questions,
Um,
man? I'm open to any questions. There's nothing that's off the table. For real, for real.
um, while you guys think about that, so you kind of touched down on this subject a little bit, but I'm still gonna just ask the question.
All right.
What music did your parents listen to, and do you think it played effect in the way and style of your music?
It definitely did. they listen to a mixture of mostly classic rock, um, but then also like a little bit of disco, I guess you could say. And I'm not a big fan of disco, not at all. But I do have like a handful of songs I can listen to. Um, Mine is December 1st.
Mine is May 29th.
Nice. I knew what where the question was going as soon as I saw I'm a birthday person. December
Adam said
1st.
he's a
I'm a
Gemini, so
Sagittarius.
he's.
But sorry, I was trying to answer both questions.
No, you're good. Go for it.
But yes, let's see. The first music I remember listening to, and my very first favorite band actually was Blondie, of all things. And she was what introduced me because Blondie is the first ever white rapper. Let's see, she's probably the first female rapper as well. What was it?
Wait, you mean she beat
Rapture,
Vanilla
bro.
Ice or Beastie Boys?
I love Vanilla Ice and the Beastie Boys and shit, dude.
I'm just saying, as first white rappers, you're saying she was before them?
Dude, Blondie, Rapture, that song came out in 81, 82, 83. She
Dang.
100%, she 100% raps on that. That was right after, like, I said a hip, a hip. You know, like
Yeah.
whenever rap first came out, that Blondie song
Right.
came out not long after that. You know what I mean? Like, she was inspired by that. Blondie was more like punk rock when she first came out, but we had Blondie on vinyl. We sure as hell did. And I had the hugest crush on Blondie, man. The best.
Whoa, that's weird.
Yep. Oh shit! Hell yeah! December 3rd. Nice. My dad
And May
was September.
29th.
Fun fact: my dad's birthday was September 19th. And if you ever see my jerseys that I wear around, or anybody like that wears my jerseys, they always have a number 19 on the back, and that's why. For me, that's another way for me to like salute and give thanks to my dad and to remember my dad, and because he got me into music and shit. Like it's a
Oh,
thing
yeah, pay
for my dad.
homage.
So September 19th. That was my dad's birthday, and that's why there's always a number 19 on the back of my jerseys, except for this particular one. It's got 420 on the back. The number is 420. Yeah.
Right on.
And it's like the same logo. It's like my little bearded smoke. Oh, you can't even see it. It's got too much of a glare. But it's the same thing. It's the bearded demon. It's me with the doobie hanging out now.
This next question, I do know the answer, kind of, because you have said it, and some of them are in here. But the next question goes as follows: do you have any siblings?
I have 2 brothers and a sister. 2
And
younger brothers and an older sister.
And do they all support your music or no?
No, man. They all think I'm a piece of shit, and
Nah.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Scratch that.
They literally, dude. My whole family, except for maybe my mom, my siblings are definitely, well, if you want to call, that's how I call my family. My immediate family, my sister and my brothers, they support me more than, they're probably my number one supporters, for real. They support me more than anybody. Like, and then same, it's reciprocal. I support them more than anything, and like anything they do, whether it's music or not. Like I said, my younger brother that's over here, he makes music, but he doesn't have his music out there yet. He's like he loves to street perform and then write music, and he's working on having some music come out, and that's like his thing, and it's gonna be pretty cool when it happens. But then my other brother, Jay Work, his name is Joe, but Jay Work, and my brother here is, I can't say his name. No, his name is Sean. I just can't say his artist name yet, but
that's straight.
But yeah, and Nicole, you see Nicole, she's my sister, Nicole Tucker, in the chat there. But yeah, my brother, his artist name is Jay Work, but yeah, he lives in Nevada, so like we all support each other's dreams, man. And my mom, not so much, but she supports me, but not at the same time. Like she knows
She ain't bumping your stuff, regularly listening, putting it out there.
She kind of thinks that she's one of them. Well, why don't you write music and like let other people sing your stuff? And like she basically just wants me to be work a normal job and be a manager. She wants me to make a lot of money whenever I don't give a fuck about a lot of money. I just want to do what makes me happy. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I
And she
get it.
doesn't. She's like a normal parent. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that she's a bad mom, that she doesn't support me like that. You know what I mean? I'm just
No,
saying
no,
that
yeah.
she doesn't think that music is like a
A
viable.
lucrative,
Yeah,
yeah.
she doesn't think it's like a viable way of living. You know what I mean? But
And I can get it, especially in her day and age and
yeah, well, I
everything
mean,
like that. Um,
if that's why you're in music, then that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong reason to be
yeah.
in music. I want to do
Uh,
it. I want to do it for a living, yes, but that's not why I do it. You know what I
I
mean?
like to use as an example. I'd done an interview with an artist by the name of Natrix, and his answer was the only one that was rather different. He said his siblings supported him where it counted. So, like, if he
What does
got
that mean?
acknowledged, then yeah. And if he got acknowledged from like Ouija or Darby or the clowns on social media or something, they would be like, "Bro, congrats," you know. But
Um,
they ain't listening to his music.
no, we actually stream each other's music. Like I watch my brother's videos. We comment on each other's stuff. Like I share his music on and his links and stuff on Facebook and Instagram. Like we actually share each other's stuff. Maybe not like every single post all the time, but we share each other's stuff. You know what I mean? Because that's how it's supposed to be. I feel like we actually have we had kind of a fucked up broken family like growing up, but once we all kind of hit like adulthood or right around adulthood, we kind of like it happened all at once where like we became all we had. It wasn't just our dad passing away, you know what I mean? It was more than just that. It was after that and before that, kind of like we,
Right.
we are like, you know what I mean? Like
You fused together as y'all's backbone or
yeah, like
whatever.
it don't get any closer than that. You know what I mean? Like my brothers and my sister are like my actual best friends. Like I do have people that I consider my best friends that aren't my blood family, but like they are my literally my best friends and my family. Like that's how close we are. Like it
And
breaks
that's
my heart when I
beautiful
see
that
families
you
that like when I see people that hate their brother or people that hate their parents and shit like that. It breaks my heart, man. Because like at one point when we were younger, of course, all kids hate their siblings and shit. But
right, sibling
like I said, man,
rivalry.
like now we're so close and tight that it literally it breaks my heart when I see people that are families that don't get along like that. You know. But anyway, I rambled.
No.
Sorry, buddy.
No,
I
you're cool.
rambled.
Adam asked where he can get some of your merch at.
Shows or no.
Shows.
I will
You
not
ain't
sell
got
it
no
anywhere but
website.
shows.
You ain't shipping nothing.
Never. No, I'm just
Never.
kidding. I'm just kidding. No. Sorry, dude. I'm super sarcastic, but only in a joking way. I'm not.
Yeah.
um. No. Right now, I don't have like an actual website yet because I'm a juggalo. I'm broke. Uh, I don't
You
want
need
to
to
just use
set
the
you up
free
a
shit.
Square
I don't
store,
want to just use
bro.
the
It's
free.
free.
I want like no, I want like an elaborate fucking website. Like I want a legit website where you can go on and you can go and you can do the links or whatever, but you can like actually watch legit videos and shit. You can do like all kinds of cool shit on my website, bro. Like I want a real website. And but I
Right.
also want to sell merch and shit, right? Like I want a legit website. And I know people that can build me one. Like I used to work with a guy that did our IT and like our website building at the job I work at that no longer works there. And he had me one like set up, but like I had one set up for my Funko Pops when I was doing. I make custom Funko Pops. Well, I paint like glow in the dark and like I redo existing Funko Pops. Like I don't make Funko Pops, but like
Yeah,
yeah,
bruh.
dude. I do some crazy customs, bro. Hell yeah, that's bad as fuck. I do some crazy customs. What about Instagram?
I'd have to
Sorry, my
let
brother's trying
Scene
to
King
tell me
go to
something.
guns. Oh,
What about Instagram?
Insta.
But oh yeah, Instagram is probably yeah. But anyway, he's trying to tell me something about my Instagram. I don't know. But
Um,
anyway, I done got a brain fart now. Sorry. Thank you,
no,
Sean.
you're cool.
Oh, buy my merch. Instagram, yes. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I make posts every now and again. Yeah, thank you, Sean. Thank you, both of you. Both of y'all are Sean. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's weird.
But you're wait. But wait, you're Cian. Yeah, and he's Sean.
Mm.
But he said, "What's up?" But no, but anyway, but yeah, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, that's where I post. Like every now and again, I'll post like when I'm gonna be doing pre-orders or whatever, because I like to order my shit in bulk all at one time because it's just easier that way instead of having to. But anyway, usually like once a month.
I'm gonna get your links at the end of this video, and they'll be put in
All
the
right.
description. So if y'all just follow the man and start supporting his music and stuff, you'll be able to get his merch and stuff. So.
And I will very soon get. I'm working on getting a website, so you can go to like an app, because I know some people don't like buying merch straight from the artist. Some people like to go to an actual website because whatever. But I get it. But for now, yeah, you have to go through me. But I can get it, dude. I have
Ellie,
so much merch.
Miles, thank you so very much for hanging out in the stream. We appreciate you.
I do. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you. I appreciate you too, Wiggles.
Yeah, whoop whoop. All
Whoop,
right.
whoop.
Next question. If you met the younger you, say 12 years old, what would you tell yourself and why?
I would tell myself one day.
Also, I'm about to mute my cam for a minute because I really got to take a bite of this taco. I'm hungry.
It's all good, buddy. I don't care. I've been over here smoking and shit. First things first, I would tell my younger self to quit being so fucking lazy and brush your fucking teeth every day, because you're gonna look like a crackhead when you don't smoke crack.
Right.
You're missing teeth all the
me.
time. First off, that would be the first thing, honestly. But then secondly, I would tell myself one day you're gonna be doing shit that you never thought you were gonna do, and don't give up. Keep pushing farther.
Oh, yeah. I am so rude.
12 years ago, even 12 years ago, not even at 12 years old, not even at 20 years old, not at maybe, 12 years ago, I would have been 30. So, yeah, not even at 30, I wouldn't even have thought I would have been making music with artists that I grew up loving, that I'd be opening for artists that I grew up loving, that I'd be actually hanging out, technically friends with some people, and like, dude, yeah.
Nah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I would have never thought it. And a lot of the people that you listed off earlier, I also met and hung out with at last year's gathering. And then they probably, because I wasn't all like, hey, man, I'm Raxputin, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm just not that way in public. I feel weird about being like, hey, I'm Raxputin, listen to my music. Hey, I'm Raxputin, listen to my music.
Right.
I'm at the gathering to have fun. You know what I mean? Like, I feel weird about trying to promote myself at the gathering when I'm not, especially if I'm not performing. I feel weird about it. You know what I mean? I know it's cool to do.
That's another one of the artists that I've met and interviewed felt that same way. He didn't even like promote himself at all. I seen, and like people recognize him though.
Are you talking about Cartoon?
No, Gingerbread. Cartoon be promoting himself. There's no doubt. They had
I was about to say,
merch booth
I like Cartoon, but he really didn't, bro. Like last year, he was right there at the corner where Omen stage, like the side stage. He was right there, parked at the corner. That's where he was parked at, man, like right there. And I walked by him 1,000 times, and he's just hanging out. He's not like pushing his shit on nobody. He's just hanging out.
No.
You know what I mean?
Like, I mean, he's cool. He's humble. I love those guys.
Love him, man. He's cool as shit. I would love to collab with him one day, man.
I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure. Well, he told me when we just done his interview, he is stacked up on features right now.
Oh yeah,
I know he offered a couple out on Facebook for like $200 or $150 or something like that.
I keep up with his post about that. I like whenever the timing's right, I'm gonna be like, yo, I got a song, bro. Here's some ducats. Let's do it.
All right, so we kind of touched on this earlier, but not in the vivid detail. Like I have like kind of multiples to it. So we'll refresh and then add kind of to it. But who or what inspired / came up with your logo, your stage name, your image? You have a mask to show us that is technically
It's
Raxputin?
it's it's supposed to be a like a zombified version of me. So whenever I got House of Dismemberment, whenever I got him to make my mask, he got it signed in blood in the back, HOD. But when I got him to make my mask, it's supposed to be like a zombified version of me. You know what I mean? I added the blood to it.
Yeah.
I added the blood to it and stuff for now. But it's a dope ass mask. I love this mask. But one of the last shows I played, the strap broke on it, and then because it had like a buckle strap, and then last minute I was trying to fix it for the last show I had, and so I bought some of the Velcro, and it worked for the show, but tonight it kind of messed up because I was going to wear it for the show or for the interview tonight, at least for part of it, and yeah, it literally it unstuck and all. So I'm gonna have to fix it again. But I love this mask, y'all. It's amazing, and I'm gonna get more masks made. I'm gonna get more masks made.
So then that's not like the official, or I mean, it is
right
the
now.
official, right?
It's my official mask. Yeah, it's the only one I have. It's custom made. Like I got the guy. I paid him. It wasn't that bad. I don't remember how much it was, but it wasn't. It was a pretty good price. You know what I mean? But
Right, it wasn't cheap either.
I don't know if he has it advertised or not. You know what I mean? That's why I don't want to just say the number. But
yeah, no, you're good. You ain't got to say nothing like that.
Not like I'd pay it all day, every day. Like I'm gonna get more masks made from him. Like I said, it was a good price. But
okay.
But I also want to get like a Philbricks. I want to get there's a couple different mask makers that I know that I want to get masks made from. I kind of want like a different one for different things or whatever. But okay, up until about 6 years ago, I didn't have no beard. Like I just grew a goatee and sideburns, like just long all the way down sideburns and a goatee.
Right.
Like that was my look for like my whole life. Basically, that was my look. And like no matter what I was doing, that's how I felt comfortable. That's what I liked. I like having a goatee, and I love my sideburns, whatever.
Right.
And then, what was it? 2018. So 6 years ago, I was in a metal band with a bunch of fucking racist douchebags, and well, I don't say a bunch. I can say one racist douchebag, and he's the I fucking hate this guy. I made a fucking song about him. It's released and fuck all that shit. I think I done took it off because I'm like stupid ass song. I didn't even want to have a diss track on my fucking discography anymore. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's still floating around. I think I just took it off of YouTube. I don't remember. I may not have. I don't know. But anyway, I was in this metal band and I decided to do the No Shave November thing, and I grew it out. And come to find out, I literally look just like Raxputin, bro. Like the Raxputin from history, the one whenever you try to look me up, the one that you actually find, I look just like that guy, right? Like even like hair down, hair back.
Oh, I see it,
dude. There's the black and white picture with him with his like he's standing there with his hand on his chest or whatever, and it's black and white. I took a picture and did the same pose side by side, and we did the whole side by side. I think I have it on. I think it's actually posted on my Instagram, maybe. But it's a picture of us like side by side, and it's like, dude. But yeah, that it pretty much became my nickname, and but it was Raxputin, and then I was doing the Funko. Like I said, I was doing the Funko Pop videos on like YouTube, and I was what was it? Raxputin Customs was my YouTube channel. I deleted most of the videos or privated most of them when I started doing the music. So I quit doing Funkos. I was kind of done with it. I had like 1,200 Funko Pops that were just sitting around, not doing nothing. I spent way too much money on it. Like, dude, yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, that's how it pretty much like, I looked just like the guy and it became my nickname. It was like one of those organic things. And, one day I'm going to just start all over again and shave it all off and have a different look for about a month or two. But for now, I still have the long ass beard. It's all scraggly right now because I didn't put nothing in it, but it's long as shit.
It's dope that you look like him, but do you have a deep, like a signifying, like a signature decal or like a logo or something that like says this is me, no matter what it's on.
Well, this is the weed one. That's a purple sticky bud. But
Okay.
it's the same font, and it's got an upside down cross just for because horrorcore.
Yeah.
Well, I made another logo. I've got the same logo like recently where I took the cross out because I kind of felt like I was either not alienating myself, but like I don't know the right word. Where like I might have been turning people away from my music or something just because they saw the cross and like, oh, this guy's a devil worshiper or this or that.
I mean,
Like, and get the wrong thing. Well, that's not what I'm about. I love evil shit. I love evil shit. I love evil scenery, like horror movies. Like I have no God. Like I don't worship anything.
right,
You know what I mean?
one
Like
way or another.
I'm just here. Like I don't have any religion. I don't fuck with religion. I don't fuck with politics. That's why you won't see anything about neither one in my music, really, because I don't fuck with either one of them. Like I stay away from that. I fuck with shit that I love and that I know. You know what I mean? Like
I feel it. Obviously, I'm wearing the the bash me.
yeah, dude, I love that. I love that.
But this is a Bleed the Wicked Menace shirt, so he does, in fact, worship the devil. He says it in his songs. I fuck with music like that. If I was an artist and it limited my audience, then I guess it probably would limit it.
Yeah.
But I get you. I respect what you're saying, too. You don't, being a new artist or even not that you're new, but.
Well, I mean, technically, I just started doing the rap, trap, metal, horrorcore thing like 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago. So technically, I'm new. Yeah, I mean, I've been making music in one capacity or another, where it's writing music, playing guitar, whatever, like making music around 30 years or so. I just don't like saying it because I'm fucking old. I may not look it, but I'm old as fuck. No,
no, it's all right, homie. All right.
Did anybody ever have any questions?
I don't.
After the last
more thing before I go. That is one of my favorite songs. "Fuck the Kingdom." It's hilarious.
Oh, okay. My sister. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the song.
She had just said that she's about to head to bed.
Yeah, that was that diss track I made or something. Yeah, that was "Fuck the Kingdom." That was the name of the song.
All right.
The dude was just a racist piece of shit, man, and like he tried to play it off as being joking, and he knew I hated the N-word, and he would constantly say the N-word. And he told me a story about it's in the song. I won't even get into it. Ask me your question.
No, you're good.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, buddy.
What's your favorite movie? If you can just narrow it down to one. But if not,
I had to narrow it down to one.
Couple. Yeah. One or two. My favorite movie's Blow with Johnny Depp, if it helps.
Okay. Oh man. Fucking A, dude. Gangs in New York. Gangs in New York. The Leonardo DiCaprio and what's his face? Oh man, he's an amazing actor. I got a brain fart right now, but he plays Bill the Butcher. He's been in so many fucking movies. He's he's an older actor that's been around. He's an icon. Oh man. I forget his name, but he plays Bill the Butcher. You've probably seen the movie Gangs in New York. It's from the early 2000s. I want to say maybe late 90s.
I think I have maybe seen it. Bob.
It's a badass movie, dude. It's so good. Even for it's really good. That one and Salt Lake City Punk.
My cat, I'm trying to show you guys real quick, decided he was going to take over the interview.
Oh, it's cool.
This is Bob, our bobtail cat.
Mine finally went to sleep. Oh, he's cute, man.
He's such an attention whore.
I love. Aww.
But the next question. Oh, okay. So we are actually on the next style of questions, and that means we're getting close to the end, my friend. We have what is called either or. So I am gonna list one or the other, and you got to pick. You can't choose your own answer just out of these.
All right.
All righty. So, Twix or Reese's?
Twix.
Summer or winter?
Oh, summer.
Day or night?
Night.
Truck or car?
Car.
You taking your sweetheart out on a date. Are you going out for a movie night or roller skating?
Ooh, good question. Roller skating for sure. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I might have just sparked something there. Pizza or pasta?
Pasta. I'm a spaghetti person. That's my all-time favorite food.
All right. The next two are separate, but they are on the same terms. Which are you more active on in regards to your fans? So, Facebook or Instagram?
I'm more interactive on Facebook, but I post more on Instagram.
Okay, that's fair. And then TikTok or Twitter, if you have it.
Ooh. Well, I have TikTok. I don't have Twitter. I just
All
don't.
right.
I'm slacking on my TikTok, y'all. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, better get to posting. I'll look you up and follow you on there. Um, Pepsi or Coca Cola?
Coca-Cola, if I had to choose between the two.
All right. This ain't an either or. This is just a random throw in. What's your favorite Fago?
Peach. I know it sounds funny, but peach.
Okay.
And I actually really like the whenever they came out with the orange one. Oh man, because I got one whenever I went to Hallow Wicked last year. Dude, the Baymont was a fucking nuts. But anyway, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. The Dreamin'. That's
Yes, that
pretty
one.
good.
Yes, that one right there.
Yeah.
I
I was
love
about to
that one.
say the actual orange Fago is a solid choice if you ain't got nothing else. Just to regularly
Yeah,
drink orange Fago ain't bad. But one of my favorites is this firework and that
that one's pretty
dreaming.
good too.
And every now and again, just to sip on occasionally, I do like that candy apple. I haven't had the green apple yet, but the candy apple, it's pretty solid.
I haven't had it yet either because we don't get it. We get certain flavors down here in Florida. Only certain flavors.
Oh yeah. Do you know
Whoop,
this
whoop.
person?
Uh,
Hatchet Man. Whoop whoop. What up? Now I just haven't seen their name. I figured maybe they were somebody that you know. But they definitely said, "What
not
up,
by
Rex?"
YouTube name, not
Putin.
by YouTube name, but I know who that is.
All right,
Whoop, whoop.
that's dope. Um, all right. Pie or cake?
Ooh, cake.
All right.
That's hard
Okay.
with cake.
Yeah, I try to make them a little interesting.
I could have threw you off there real hard, man, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Banana nut bread
What?
is actually my favorite, but I don't know what to consider that.
Oh,
I can get
loaf?
that. That's what my birthday cake is every year. Banana nut bread, but with cream cheese frosting to make it like a cake. So that's why I say cake.
Ooh. Dang it, man. That sounds good.
It is
Uh,
fucking delicious.
damn it. All right. You have to either take a 3 mile walk in the rain or you have to take a 5 mile walk in the desert, provided water so you don't dehydrate.
Ooh, that is another hard one because I do like the rain to be in it anyway. If I'm not working anyway. I would say the 3 hour walk probably in the rain, not in the desert.
Okay.
I've had enough of the heat, man.
Right. Uh,
Fucking Florida
Mexican
heat.
Mexican food or Chinese?
You asking the hard ones, man. God. I love both. God. I have to choose one. Okay, Chinese.
Right. Oh no shit.
Yep.
So if I had to choose only one, I'm picking Mexican. But I
I
do like
know. I
Chinese.
know.
That's why
'Cause
I
there's
put
so
it
much
on there.
good. And there's only one or two things I like in Chinese, but I like them that much. Sesame chicken. All I gotta
Man.
say, sesame chicken.
I like the rat on the stick. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, the rat on the stick. That's my second. That's my second thing I get. As a matter of
And
fact, yeah.
those dumplings or whatever, they
Oh yeah,
almost
egg
look like
rolls.
pierogies. Those and the
Oh,
egg
oh
rolls
yeah.
are good too. No, I'm talking the
Oh
dumplings.
yeah,
I
the
don't know if
dumplings.
your Chinese has them.
I know what you're talking about. I know
They're,
what you're talking about. I
they're
can't. Yeah.
pretty dope. All
Hell
right. Surfing or skateboard?
yeah. Skateboarding for sure.
All
I can't
right.
ollie, I can't drop in, but I'll skate to the liquor store and buy me some gin. Give me
Yeah.
that head. Yeah.
Um, you're given $5,000, but you got to spend it in one store, and you got to spend it right now. I'm gonna follow you. Where are you going?
Oh man, probably Guitar Center.
All right. Usually, a lot of
Music
people
stuff.
say that. Something like that. I had one person say Walmart because they could get enough of what they need at Walmart with $5,000 to get started. I'm like, fair, you know?
Exactly. You could, but there's some things in particular that I would probably buy.
All
I'd buy
right.
there's one drum set in particular that I would be buying and a certain microphone.
I got you. So
And neither
listen,
one of
man.
them are super expensive, but they're just what I want.
Right. I got one random, I guess it kind of goes back with the other just straight up questions. And then I got three fill in the blanks.
All
And
right.
that's what I have for you, man. We have went an hour and 50 minutes.
Oh
We
shit.
have
Hell yeah.
kept people in this chat. It has been
It
a
doesn't even seem like
beautiful
it's been that
chat.
long.
Right, dude. When you're actually like vibing and just going with the flow,
I love
time
it.
can fly by in these. I just try to make them like give that guidance of if you only want an hour, we're only doing an hour.
Yeah,
If
man.
you're cool to go longer, you're like, I got my homie Brandon Swanger gonna be coming up. I think we're set for Sunday, and that
Nice.
man's probably gonna make it like a 3 hour stream on
Oh, okay.
purpose.
Okay.
So
I
it's
don't
just
feel bad then because I didn't want to like yeah. As
no,
long
you're
as you're good
cool.
with it, I'm cool. I'll
Me
go.
and Will Gates ran an hour and a half,
Oh
and that
shit.
was my longest at first. But now you beat that one. But yeah,
Oh
at any
damn.
rate, we've gotten to the
My bad.
question. So no,
Okay.
there ain't no bad. This is we want to get to know you, and this is getting to know you. So like I
Hell yeah.
said, I got one final like direct question like at the
All right.
beginning we were asking, and then I got a three fill in the blanks, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Unless
All right.
somebody in the chat really throws a good one in there, and I'll pull that up too.
Okay.
So the straight up question is, the underground music industry is very big, whether people know it or not. A lot of people can go their whole lives without really knowing about artists in the underground music industry. They're stuck on mainstream. I was one of them for a lot of years. But my question for you is, what do you try to do different to make yourself stand out in the underground music industry?
I try to do something that's not quite been done yet. I know my particular style of like rap and metal has been done, but I go a little bit more harder than a lot of people do. You know what I mean? Like there's I forget his name right now. The guy from Australia. He's that Australian juggalo dude. He does trap metal as well. I forget his name right now, but he's pretty popular. I just forgot his name. But
Oh,
he's
are
from
you talking
Australia.
about
He's
I
from
think
Australia.
I asked him to come onto my stream,
I
man. I
forget his name, but
swear.
he does some really hard metal, like screaming metal shit sometimes. I would say he's the only person that would even come close to being like his like heavy, I guess you could say his name.
Percy, yeah, Percy Bones. Is
Nope,
that
that's
him?
not who I'm talking about.
No,
I'm way
that's
more
who I
heavy.
was thinking of
I'm
though.
way more heavy than Percy Bones. I love Percy Bones. I ain't throwing no shade. I ain't throwing no shade. I'm way more heavy than Percy Bones though. But he's I ain't saying I'm better than him. I'm just saying I'm like
Is
when
it?
it
Are
comes to
you
like
talking
being
about
heavy, like
Umo then?
huh?
Umo? No, Umo's from Spain.
No, there's no. It's oh man, I can't remember his name, but he face paints up. He's a Australian Juggalo. Oh man, but
Oh
he does like
yeah.
I mean he does like me like he does like the screaming like death metal and like guitars, but also with rap beats and shit. Fuck,
Okay. I
I
just
know I'm
if
just
you remember, you'll have to like hit me up in
yeah.
Messenger with the name or whatever.
I don't think I'm the hardest by any means. I'm just saying like I do it a little bit differently than everybody else does. I put my own flavor. I do a lot of bit of different flows. I don't I don't know, man. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Kid Crusher. Kid Crusher. That's who I was thinking of.
Oh, okay. I
Kid
think yeah,
Crusher.
I've heard maybe a little.
Um,
Nate Stallone said, "What piece of music equipment can you not live without?"
ooh, well, right now, I guess a microphone.
Right, that's what
That would
I
be the
was
one thing because I
thinking.
can't perform or record without one. But for me personally, drums, a drum set. I could not live without my drum set. And I'm actually sad about that because it's been in storage for 3 or 4 or 5 years now. I take some pieces out, like, and that's another thing to get back to your question. What makes me stand apart? I try to be a little bit different. Like I said, I don't think I'm the hardest by any means. I was kind of joking about that, but I like to mix horrorcore, like death metal, like Cannibal Corpse, 6 Feet Under, like death metal, Slaughter to Prevail, like shit with like breakdowns and stuff. I like to mix that with rap and then horrorcore, Juggalo shit all together. But then, if you haven't seen me live, you should see me live. I go crazy, man. Like I don't stop
Dude,
moving.
stage
I'm
presence.
insane, dude. I'm insane. And then I'm about to start bringing way more of myself into my live set. Like I'm gonna start bringing some of my drums, not a complete drum set, but some of my drums on stage, so I can get all into it
Yeah.
and get hype up while I'm playing and like accentuate some of the beats. You know, like just it's the whole thing. I bring my kid, or which I call him my kid. He's 21 years old, young demon. I
Right.
bring him or my brother. Like I always bring somebody to perform with me, like that's going to be like my hype man, but that's all that I've also done music with. That is also my family. You know what I mean? Like whether it's my brother in Nevada, my brother that's here, or like my son. Like I always bring somebody along. Um, and so yeah, my
What is
dream.
your dream piece
Ooh,
of equipment?
I would say an old school Gretsch drum set with a 20-inch kick, but like 24 inches deep, like a long, like bass cannon fucking kick drum. And I've only seen like one kit like that, and it was an amazing kit. And it made my nipples hard. But
Yeah.
it might
That's
have made
what's
my
up.
sticker peck out just a little bit too. I know I said that funny, but we in the South down here. But um, shit, I done got side railed again to the
Oh,
question
that's
that you
cool.
had originally asked.
He was asking about dream piece of music equipment. You
Yeah,
cannot. Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, Gretsch drum set
That's
was that one. What was the original question that you asked me before that? I got side railed.
uh
Man. That was my bad.
well,
The last question that you had asked me.
oh my God. I completely lost it now.
I did too. I mean, I answered it. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure I answered it.
how you separated yourself from
Oh
other
yeah,
underground
that was pretty much it.
artists.
I probably answered it. Like that's kind of
Yeah.
a hard question to answer, man. Like it really is a hard question. I just try to be myself, I guess, and I try to add a little bit of myself into every set. And like I'm a little different than other people, I guess. But my music, like I guess I've already explained it. I don't know.
No, you're
Yeah,
straight. No, that's cool. All right, let's get
it's
through
really
these
a hard thing to
last.
explain. I just try to, like I said, I think it's just a little bit different than. I'm not like every other Juggalo artist, but I'm also not like every trap metal artist. You know, like because I incorporate a little bit of everything that has inspired me in my whole life and make it into one thing. And uh, I don't know. I don't use samples really like of other songs. You know what I mean? Like I don't use other songs and samples. I'll use like movies and pop culture, like quotes like from TV shows and movies and shit for my samples. But like the beats
Right.
themselves, I either make them completely myself or like I buy them. You know what I mean? From like other like beat makers or something. Like I really want a freaking I want a Shaggy the Airhead.
Oh, that'd be a good dude. Shaggy kills any beat or music, anything that he does.
I really
That'd be
want one of
pretty
his
dope.
beats, man. I really, really do want one of his beats. And there's a couple other like beat makers that I really want one of their beats. It's just it's always timing thing. Like I'm either trying to pay for something else, like merch or a feature from somebody or something, and like I don't have the money to buy a beat, You know what I mean? Whenever they're like, "Hey, I got beats for sale," when they're posting online, there's always some reason that I haven't been able to get one yet. You know what I mean?
Right. All right.
And
Let's jump
everybody
into.
wants a Mikey Clark beat.
Yeah. Let's jump into these last three questions because I
All
hate to
right,
do it to you.
I
I'm getting
agree. I agree,
hungry.
King Tommy.
I've been up for a minute,
It's
so
all good.
I want to definitely give you your due time. Firstly, Pink Army. That was what was always cool about the Mansons and Zombies audio from.
They are also big influences in my music too as well.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie. Like I said, I'm a through and through metalhead, but I'm also a through and through juggalo. Like I've always been
Right.
both. You know what I mean? Like I've never been able to just pick one genre of music. I love listening to all music. Sorry.
Right. No, no, you're cool. All right, so you just fill in the blank here. My favorite vacation was blank.
Ooh. My favorite vacation was probably going to Nevada and seeing my brother Joe that lives in Nevada. This was 20 December of 2021, I want to say, maybe 2022. But it was going and seeing him, and I haven't seen him since he left Florida in like 2014, I want to say. So the
Right.
first time I seen him in like 7 years, man, and that's what spawned these chains and shit. Like I was teaching his son how to make a beat on Reaper. It's the DAW that I use, like the recording software. I was showing him how to
Right.
make a drum beat, but yeah, all in that
That's
same vacation. And then when I got home, I made like the rest of that beat, and then I sent it to him, and then that song became a thing. But it was all because of that one vacation.
that's freaking dope. All right, the bike I had most as a kid was blank.
I had a I had a BMX back in the day, and then I had an old Schwinn, but mostly it was like the old BMX brand BMX like bikes from the '80s.
Yeah.
But it was an old used one. It was an old used one that I had as a kid, and then it got left whenever we moved to Alabama. But that was the one I had the most. I had it from super little until about 8 years old. But all the rest of them just kind of came and went. But I love
So
bicycles, man. You're asking me you're almost like Nardwar, bro. Like you asking me like crazy questions like that just happened to fit my life, you know, like it's weird.
Man, I try to resonate with when I was a kid and stuff. My first bike that I recall was a Huffy Power. And
Ooh, yeah.
then from then on out, all the way up until I was about 14, I might have had a Next or a Mongoose, but I always had them mags on it, and I had them Fat Boy pegs,
Yeah, yeah.
and
I
so
only
I
had a
just
mongoose once, man, and it was an expensive bike, but like one of my friends gave it to me for really cheap because they wanted some weed, and I gave them like I had like a quarter of weed or something. I was like, "Here, bro, I'll give you a 20. I'll give you a dub for that bike," and they're like, "Done."
ah, that
Because
is
like,
awesome.
dude, I grew up poor as fuck, so like even having that, like to me, having a secondhand like BMX brand, because like at the time those were kind of like LA Gear shoes, and then British Knights shoes used to be the shit back in the day, right? Then you could get them at the
Right.
dollar store. You could get them at Dollar General after that. Like it's crazy how things go. But like yeah, man, I grew up poor as shit. So like having anything cool at all, like growing up, I was like, hell yeah, I felt balling. Like I didn't, I'd get shit from like pawn shops or the thrift stores or like friends. You know, like I always got secondhand shit growing up, man.
Yeah,
Always got
right.
secondhand shit. Like I didn't give a damn. I was just happy to have it.
No, yeah, I feel it.
I love bikes.
Uh,
Dude, I drove 20 miles whenever I was like 14. I drove 20 or 25 miles one direction to go see a girlfriend I had at the time. You know what I mean? Like, I was a biker, bro. I used to love riding bicycles, but crazy shit. Yeah,
Crazy.
that's awesome.
I drove like 3 miles on a bike to see a girl, not 20 though. You got me
Dude,
messed up on that.
I went
That
from,
must have been a good piece of netting.
uh, yes. um,
uh,
yeah. Uh, yeah, dude.
that's funny.
I lived in this place called like it was Carlisle. It was like a suburb outside of Boaz, Alabama, and it was right beside Gadsden. If you know who Yellow Wolf is, the rapper Yellow Wolf.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally, it's in the same county, but it's like the next town up, basically, from where he was from. And then that's where I grew up at in Alabama. When I left Florida to move to Alabama for 20 years, that's where I grew up. And then if you go to the next county, DeKalb County, but it's like the town was Crossville or Aroni, but again, it's like 20 miles away, dude. And I was in love with this chick. It was the only way I could see her because I wasn't old. I couldn't drive. I wasn't old enough, and my parents were like, "I ain't driving you over there. You ain't old enough to have a girlfriend." Like, dude, my state, like I said, it was super small town, Alabama. Like, you couldn't date till you were 18. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't old enough to go on no date. Oh, you want to go to the movies with a girl when you're 15? No. Like,
oh man,
I had to sneak out to do anything I wanted to do. Like, my aunt bought me Cypress Hill, Black Sunday, a Guns N' Roses tape, and like 2 other tapes. They all had parental advisory. You know what I mean?
right.
And as soon as my stepdad saw the words or the names of the songs on the back or the way that the front cover looked or anything, he threw them straight in the garbage. He didn't even give him a chance. Of course, he would have threw them away anyway, obviously, because the lyrics. But,
Right.
but what he didn't know is like my chore every morning was to take out the garbage, so I just took them right back out. But
right.
yeah, like I said, I had to be sneaky. I had to be sneaky as fuck as a kid. I used to record Beavis and Butthead when it was brand new, like in 1993. Like, I had a VCR hooked up in my bedroom. I would turn the TV off because you could set your VCR to record with the TV off. And I put it on MTV because we just happened to get cable finally. And I would turn the TV off, hit record, or set the timer to record. So whenever I got off of work, or not work, but I got home from school the next day while they were still at work, I'd be watching Beavis and Butthead.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because we were definitely not allowed to watch anything like that, like crazy shit. Oh man, top 3 favorite drummers. Dave Grohl, because I'm a huge Nirvana fan, and I love Dave Grohl's his flams. Clack, 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 clack. He's got the best flams ever. Let's see. The guy from Meshuggah obviously is really good. Sorry, I should have turned my notifications off right now. Cool. And then oh man, I'm having a brain fart right now. But
I couldn't even name 3, so you're doing better than me.
Dave Grohl, who'd I say? The guy from Meshuggah, I forgot his name right now. And what's his name? Brand Daler, the drummer from Mastodon. The drummer from Mastodon is fucking insane. He is insane. Like, holy shit.
Bro, I don't know their name, but the drummer on Static X is freaking pretty dope. I got to see them live at the gathering, and
there's so many good drummers, it's hard to pick.
Right.
Yeah, he is good. The drummer from Static X is a fucking beast.
The best part.
Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say another drummer, but I forgot his name. John Boakland. He used to be the drummer for a band called Devil Driver. And the lead singer of Devil Driver used to be the singer of Coal Chamber back in the day.
Okay, yeah. No, I was just going to say, read off the last fill in the blank, and that is the best part of the beach is blank.
Ooh, the best part of the beach is the sky, not the ocean. The sky, because you get to see where the sky and the ocean meet, and just
ooh, yeah.
I've been around
the ocean my skyline, bro.
Yeah, I've been around the ocean my whole life. It's I don't really like to swim in the ocean too awful much. I'd rather go in a pool, to be honest with you. And that's being said as a Florida boy. Like, I'd rather be in a pool, dude. But I do love going to the ocean. Huh?
Why? Why don't you like the ocean to swim? The salt, sharks.
I'm weird. No, man. I don't like it. You have to go like a half a mile out just to get above your chest. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm weird. I don't like swimming in water that I can touch the ground in. Like, if I'm in a pool, I stay in the deep end. You know what I mean? Like, I like to swim around. I don't like to just stand around. I like to, if I'm going to be in the water, I'm constantly moving. Like, I like to just swim around on my back, kick around. Like, Otherwise, I'm just going to be chilling on the beach, looking at the sky and like looking at the clouds. Like it's like the perfect thing
Right.
to do at the beach, and then look at the water. Like if you watch the water, where the water and the sky, like where they meet, where the horizon or whatever you call it is, like that perfect where they meet. Sometimes you can't
Right.
even see it because the sky and the water is like the perfect. It's awesome. I love it. Igor Sepultura, yes.
I get dizzy in the ocean water. Yeah, I tumbled as a kid, and after that, oceans, no thanks.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Listen, I don't know who you are, Pink Army, but you came specifically for this man, or by chance because of the misspelling
That's what
on
I'm
the
saying. That or like
tag.
I don't
Because
know who
I've
they are
never
by the name
seen
either. Maybe they're
her
messing
in
with me.
my streams before. Are you a juggalo? Do you just enjoy music? How did you find us? I just want to give her a shout out real quick. And I'm
All
going to
right.
take the opportunity. If anybody else has any last minute questions, then please drop them in the chat. We're not hunting for questions. We've done a 2 hour interview. This
Oh
man
yeah,
gave us a whole book worth of stuff. But if you had any
man.
real last minute questions that you wanted to ask, go ahead and put them in. And I just want to shout out everybody that's hung out during this chat, that showed up, all of your family that's been here to support you. That
And there's
is
only
so
been a
cool.
few. Yeah,
Well,
most of
there's
them
been
people
a
are
few
probably
of
your
them.
subscribers too, bro. Because I've only had maybe 3 people I think that I know of that were my family and stuff. You know what I mean? My son, my sister, and one of my homies. Like that's pretty much it.
All right. Well,
I
the
think
Jug
my
community
sister said
showing up.
my niece was in here too. My niece Brina.
He said, they said, well,
I
I
don't know
saw the
what her I
dude
don't
look
know
like
what
my
her YouTube name
cousin.
is though.
I
I don't
went
know
to
her YouTube
Got
name.
J in 2012, Chicago area. I'm from Pennsylvania. Huge
Oh
music
yeah.
fan. Well, welcome to my channel. I hope you subscribe.
Dude, I share as soon as you were I started sharing. I was like, "Yo, hit that link, subscribe." Like I was sharing it, man. Like yes, ever since the other day or yesterday, whenever we talked about it, or no, day before yesterday when we talked about it and stuff.
If you could start a group in the Juggalo family, who would you want to be in it? What do you mean? Like, ain't he a
Ooh,
Juggalo and a Juggalo artist? Or are you saying if he can
you
make
can
up his
start a
own
group
fantasy
in the
group?
Juggalo family. Okay. I think that's what he's mean. I think he's mean like other Juggalo artists, like a Juggalo super grouper, like a Juggalo group.
Right, right.
Ooh, man. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to do it with nobody that's already big that everybody knows, like ICP, Twisted Blaze, Ouija Mac, Darby, like
Right.
nobody that's already, huge. You know what I mean? In the Juggalo world, I would like to do it with somebody that's either at the same level as me or maybe even a little bit higher. You know what I mean? Like if you want to call it levels or whatever, because I know where my following number is. You know what I mean? I'm not way up there or nothing, but I would love. I don't know, man. Holy
Your
shit.
mama's been here? Is that your mom?
Oh
Are
shit.
they
That's the
are
first
they
time I've seen
trolling?
her. Okay, well then
Ah.
why haven't you been commenting?
My mom does
She,
the
she
same
heard
shit.
she heard my son ain't been she heard my mom don't support me and she got a super chat. Yes
Right.
the fuck I
Uh,
do. That's a mama for you. No, I'm just kidding.
that's dope.
I don't know, man. Like there's a
If I
lot of
put a
artists I would
group
love to work
together,
with.
if I went by what you just said, so nobody that's already kind of known, then I would say
I'm talking
official
about
Hirsch boy,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about people like
um,
that, like cartoon, like people like that, like
Bleed the Wicked Menace. Yeah,
ooh, yeah,
probably Cartoon Bondurant and
yep,
like Clockworky, and they would be like a funny, serious, demented group.
yeah. Well, see, because that's right up my alley. 'Cause I do like to get silly sometimes too. I have a couple silly songs where I get a little bit silly and show a little bit of my personality. Like y'all got to see a little bit of it today, but or tonight, this morning, whatever.
Little bit of both.
Yeah, but hey, man, like it didn't bother me a bit. Like, so don't worry about that. Like the how long we went, like what 2 hours and 13 minutes. Like I ain't worried about
Yeah.
that, man. As long as like I didn't want to hold you up or like I sometimes I go on a tangent. I know that's not been I haven't just went every time, but like sometimes I go on tangents. I don't mean to. I ramble because I'm a stoner, bro.
No, it's cool. If it wasn't for I'm hungry, I would probably go another hour with no
Oh no, you're
problem.
fine, man. I'm
But
hungry
I
too.
am definitely ready to eat some food. So what I'm
Hell
gonna
yeah.
say is anybody watching this stream right now, and for those of you that watch this on the replay, you guys really matter to me, and I
Hell
thank
yeah.
you so very much. Your support
Very
has
fun.
been overwhelming, and I am very grateful for it. I appreciate you guys supporting these artists that I've brought up here with very little problems have I had since starting this series. It's been a really good turnout.
Glad
I
for
am
that,
gonna
man.
get all of his links, anything that he wants to promote, his socials, his Spotify's, his whatever. Maybe he has a link tree with
I
everything
do.
attached
I have
to
a
it.
link. I was about to say I'll find my link tree link and then I'll send it to you or whatever.
And we're going to put that right in the top of the description of this video. So you can absolutely find all of his information and get connected with him. And I ask you guys do that. Go follow him. Go support him. I'm not saying you're going to like every one of his songs or you might
No.
not be his top fan, but the little support to listen to a song here and there, it really helps get the ball rolling. And
Hell
then
yeah.
that makes those platforms push his music out. So no, I really appreciate you, man. I don't know if I reached out to you. You reached I think your brother reached out to me is how this one worked. I'm not sure, but regardless, I
I
am
reached out.
glad.
I've been like I said, man. I've been paying attention. Like I seen when you kind of first came in, and I saw kind of the a little bit of the hate that you were getting, and people fucking with you, saying, "Oh, trying to call you a Juff, or you ain't been in the
Yeah.
scene, you ain't been in the scene." But like I said, man, I know how things go, and I'm happy for you, bro. Like I know you're a fucking juggalo. Fuck what people think. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's all good, bro. Like I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you've had like any kind of success, and you've got to like meet all these artists, like going to the gathering and getting to hang out with fucking
Bro, we
everybody
do
and
be
get to meet
sharing my
people. And
posts and
dude,
stuff and
exactly. Like I'm happy for you,
crazy to
man.
me.
I'm 100% happy for you, bro. Like
Right on. Do you have
whoop,
anybody
fucking
that you
whoop.
want to shout out last minute or anything or any
Shout out,
last final words or whatever?
uh, shout out you, bro, for having me on and giving me my very first interview. Like
Hell yeah.
this has been amazing, man. Like this has been a cool, chill back, like laid back. I love it, man. Like very cool. Like thank you
Well,
very, very
maybe
much.
later on down the road when I get better equipment and better equipped and have better questions, we can get you back on here maybe and
Man,
have an
I'll come back
updated stream.
anytime. I'll come back
Hell
anytime.
yeah.
I'll come back just to have some chill hanging out streams. I don't give a
No,
shit. You know? Like,
right. You're gonna be in our normal streams before it's
yeah.
all said and done.
I'm
We
just
do
saying,
do
I'll
random
hang out.
open panel podcasts and shit like
Hell
that
yeah.
occasionally.
I'm cool to hang out
Um,
anytime, man.
Hell yeah. Much love, man. I appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you that's still in the chat and the ones that were here earlier but had to leave.
Yep. I
We're
appreciate
gonna get off
everybody, man.
here. We're gonna have all of his links in the description and share out the stream. People might not know who he is. Let them know who he is.
Hell yeah.
Uh, Thanks again, homie, and I hope you have a good night. Tell somebody you love them. Life is too short. You never know who needs to hear that shit for real, and it might just be you that they hear it from. So, just be kind. I don't know. I'm out of here. Whoop
All
whoop.
right, bro. Whoop, whoop.